And we really are underneath the shadow of the Space Needle on your community radio station, Rainier Avenue Radio.world. We have the Kelso Highlanders versus the Nooksack Valley football team that came down from the northern part of the state. Nooksack Valley was scheduled to play Rainier Beach. You just watched a handoff to Connor Noah, their running back for the Highlanders. They were supposed to take on Rainier Beach in an inter-city Metro League showdown with schools from around the state. Unfortunately, Rainier Beach could not be in the game today, and this team from Kelso was scheduled to play a team in Oregon, Centennial, and they canceled out. So this made a perfect matchup today, John.
Yep. And we got Nooksack Valley is Northwest League up there. Oh my gosh!
Nice run to his right, and he cuts upfield. That's the quarterback. Number 15,
oh my gosh!
Yep. Hunter Letterer, Hunter Lettier, Letteer, Lettier,
right.
And he scampers a solid 50 yards.
He broke out of there, got some good foot speed for a quarterback.
Gets the ball down to the 20-yard line, got caught from behind, and it is a 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line. Kelso in business.
Yep. Nooksack Valley Pioneers. Nooksack Valley Pioneers, and they play out of the Northwest League. They're a 1A team, 1A school.
If you were watching the game last night, a team from Mount Baker, the Mountaineers, came down and gave Seattle Prep a scare, and Nooksack Valley is poised to do the same. Speaking with their coaching staff before the ball game, as Connor Noah takes a little handoff, runs just left to center, picks up about 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 6.
Watching their warm-ups, they have a pretty good cadre of receivers, and I was watching them, and they utilize that short pass realm well, Juan.
And they certainly not intimidated. The offensive coordinator for Nooksack Valley used to work for the Kelso head coach, so a lot of people know each other on these two coaching staffs.
Good balance.
As Connor Noah keeps his hand on the ground, picks up a couple of extra yards. That's going to be about a gain of 2, and that will bring up 3rd down and about 4.
Just as you drill it, right, Juan? Put that hand down, keep the feet moving.
Boy, how many reps in the August do you do of that at your running day? You come in at your first drill, putting the hand on the ground, doing the spins and bouncing up. And, boy, it's one of those things that translates to a game, doesn't it?
Yeah, yes, it does. What you do in practice, you do in the game.
You are just coming into this ball game. It is about 7:12 to go. Just 5 minutes burned off the clock. Kelso has been driving. They're going left.
There they are.
The dial, and their little flip pass.
It's in. Touchdown.
To number 11, the wide receiver,
touchdown.
Cooper, and he hits the pylon in the end zone. A 14-yard touchdown pass for Kelso puts them on the board first.
Yeah, that was the tip-off when they were warming up. You saw that short pass regimen that they were doing out there. That was just a simple flare or out, and it was there.
A little bit more run and shoot passing game than the air raid that we've seen so popular, made popular and famous by the Washington State head coach Mike Leach. This quarterback here rolls a little bit more, doesn't stay in the pocket, but equally as effective throwing the football.
Right.
The kick is true from the Kelso kicker. His name is Smith, number 84 Smith. I'm going to try to find the first name for you. But at least the family knows that I got that right. It's Smith. But nevertheless, Kelso goes on top on the first possession, 7-0 in the first quarter on your community radio station, our community radio station, Rainier Avenue .world. Mason Smith is the kicker, ladies and gentlemen. Fall, we needed this, folks. We needed this. We need to be back out. We need to be back out celebrating with each other. We need to be out having football games and seeing friends like John Yasutaki and Daniel Bellis and being a part of something. And I've been in my house, it seems like almost 2 years, John. I needed to get out. I was going nuts.
We were wondering about what was going on. We hadn't seen you out in public, Juan.
Oh, my goodness. I tell you, people thought I lived on Facebook. For all of those who have suffered through the pandemic and have lost friends, we are with you. We hope that you are safe and healthy, and we hope that you're enjoying the broadcast, and we hope that your life is returning someone back to normal.
And get vaccinated, please.
And I'll tell you what, Man, get out and enjoy life and watch some high school football. And we're so proud to tell the stories of our kids in the community on Rainier Avenue Radio as the kick goes deep.
Good kick.
Over the returner's head and lands at the 2-yard line and bounces, and the kid decides to return it, and he finds a seam, John.
Yes, he did.
Goes up the right side.
Pretty good. Pretty good effort.
Little number 40.
That was a deep kick, too. My gosh.
It was a deep kick. Little number 40 with the return for Nooksack Valley. We don't have a complete roster. Didn't get his number. So, unfortunately, I'm just going to call him number 40. Should have went down. I tried to talk to all the kids before the game. But nevertheless, here we go. Here comes the Nooksack Valley, their quarterback number 12. His name is not listed, unfortunately. So we'll find out who he is as the game gets going here.
Okay.
But we do know that they've lined up with 2 wide receivers to his left and 1 to his right, and he's got kind of a split backs right next to him. Now he motions that back to a trip set.
Right.
And goes ahead and hands off the ball to
nice cut.
4, who makes a nice little cut. His name is Cobb Singman. He's still going. He's a tough little runner.
Yeah, he's still running. Oh, we got a flag.
More flags flying.
Oh, my gosh.
I think we got a flag for a late hit. I think we got a flag for maybe some late comments. Tony B has just showed up into the stands. He's coming in, and he's got 2 bags from Safeway, and I think we're going to enjoy that. The referees conferred there's a personal foul on Kelso. And once again, we saw a couple of flags flying on that, and that's not good. We talked to the head coach of Kelso before the game, and John, he said that they wanted the finish.
Yeah, Steve Omri.
He said he wanted the finish.
Yeah. Well, that
was not only their goal for the game, that's their goal for the season.
They play in a pretty tough league, that Greater Mount St. Helens League,
There are some great coaches down there. There's some big-time records down there.
Yep.
There's some people who've done a lot of things down there. When you play a team from that Greater Mount St. Helens, John, you're up against it.
Yep, and they oh, my goodness. No! Nice run, but a better hit.
Big-time run for little number 40 for Nooksack Valley, but number 15 for Kelso, the outside linebacker, came up and laid the leather, as we like to say.
Or delivered the wood.
Put a big hit on it.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, you use that term?
Trying to figure that number out, number 15. Let me tell you something. He really popped him.
Yep. Good, clean hit.
That was the quarterback, Hunter.
Yeah, right.
They're
blitzing. They ran a blitz on that. They ran a run blitz.
You don't see that as often because of all the spread offenses, but you see these run blitzes come in there.
Yep. Yeah, he snuck up in there. That the running of 4-5.
That was Hunter Latier with that big hit.
Yeah.
Kid who plays quarterback. It's gonna all of Jim Kelly. I mentioned I had a Jim Kelly reference last night.
Right.
Linebacker playing quarterback, but let me tell you something. There was a big shot there delivered on that run prior to this play. 3rd down and about 2. 5:28 to go in the first quarter. Rainier Avenue Radio.world. The handoff.
Oh, nice run. Oh my God.
Nice little run by the running back from Nooksack Valley. And you know something, Coach?
Yeah.
This Nooksack Valley team, just like the team from Mount Baker, is here to play.
They're here to play.
Caleb Kingma. He's listed as a wide receiver, but he's out there running the football.
Yeah.
Or it could be actually Jordan Silva. They have two guys. One is Jordan Silva's the running back, number 4. Caleb Kingma. Yeah. And I like teams that wear double numbers.
Yeah.
Just confuses the broadcaster, but I think it confuses the coaches as well.
Kelso's in a 4-4.
Shotgun formation. 2 receivers to his left, to his right. A little pistol. And a hard count gets everybody to jump.
Yeah, as I said, Kelso looked like their base D is a 4-4-3. 4 on the line, 4 underneath, run support, and 3 deep.
Encroachment against Kelso. That'll move the ball up 5 yards, and they will play first down. And as they say in the Canadian League, it's a little bit shorter.
Yep. Yes.
Garfield dominated AC Davis in the game before this.
Yes, it was
52-0.
Yes. No, it was not much of a contest.
Long ride back to Yakima after that goes on.
Oh, nice run. There he is.
Outstanding job of blocking by the offensive line.
They're taking that.
7 yards.
That's an off-tackle blast. It's just a direct handoff, and he's coming right off tackle. I mean, it's a call it a blast, call it a slant. It's the direct handoff, and he's coming through that hole. They're making a nice hole for him.
5'9", 160-pound Jordan Silva.
Probably soaking wet, 160 pounds. Yeah.
First down. 3:47, 3:46
Oh,
to
high
go.
snap. Oh, nice pass.
Ball comes out of the hand just a little bit moist.
Bad snap. Too high. It's my belief if you have a bad snap, it throws everything off. Timing off, everything.
Yeah, he had a bad snap, and you can tell he didn't get the grip on the ball.
He didn't get a grip on the ball, and the guy was all breaking out.
Said his name is Corey Connor, number 40. So I'm going to go ahead and call him Corey.
Yep.
Number 40, Corey.
Yep.
Not to be confused with my good friend, Coach Corey Sampson at Rainier Beach.
Yep. Kelso in their set, base 4-4.
Right hash mark, 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Now man in motion. Hand off to Silva. Silva fights through the line, makes a couple nice moves.
Squirts through there.
Away.
Yep.
Gains about 6 yards.
Yes.
And Jordan Silva is a shifty little running back.
Yes, he is. You got to tackle that guy. You got to wrap him up. You have to wrap him up. His feet are always moving. You can't just block him and hope to get him down. You got to wrap him up.
They say variety is the spice of life, and Tony B brings us a little variety as our media snacks come in. It's just third and about 6 to go.
Trip to the left.
Valley back to pass. Roll to the right. Looking for a receiver. He's got a man coming free. That's number 3.
Oh, just a little bit. We got a hole. I think they're going to hold.
A little pass interference
on
the defensive back there, number 3.
Yep. Yeah, he was beat. Mm-hmm. So he grabbed him. So it's what you do. It's not spot foul. It's a 10-yard penalty. So
Kingma, the receiver that the pass was intended for, just sailed over his head.
No, correct me, Coach Cotto. Is it 15 on a pass interference or is it 10?
It is 15 on pass interference in high school.
In high school, right.
As opposed to being a spot foul. And also in college, it's supposed to be an spot foul of the NFL.
Yeah, NFL. It's a 15 yards in intercollegiate too. Mm-hmm. So it's just like high school, 15 yards.
That will move the ball to the Kelso 15-yard line.
Yeah. So in that case,
now they call it the 14. It looks like 14. The 15 from here.
It's a 15 to me. Well, hey. Bad snap.
Nice he takes the ball. He runs to his right, cuts upfield, breaks a tackle. Nice. There's a hanky comes flying in from the backfield.
I think it's a clip or a block in the back on that run. It looks like, or it might have been a hole, but
Jason.
He made a nice run though.
So the quarterback's name is Jason Brown. If it is Jason Brown, he went up high to get that snap.
Holding or blocking the back, one of the two.
He goes up high to get the snap, runs to his right, found a little bit of room, and then the outside linebacker from Kelso, number 11, came up and
blocking the back.
He hit him.
Yeah.
Colby Cooper, but it was a block in the back.
Block in the back.
Colby Cooper laid a little bit of hit on him.
Yeah.
Rainier Avenue Radio.world, your community radio station, our community radio station. I remember the commercial last year.
Yeah.
Rainier Avenue Radio. Hey, your community radio station, our community radio station. Telling the stories of our kids on a beautiful gray day here in Seattle. And you know something, Mike? You can tell God's a football fan. No rain.
Yep.
10-yard penalty.
Yep. He goes back, blocking the back.
Now 17 yards.
Coaching staff from Nooksack Valley out in the field. Nooksack Valley dressed in purple.
Yep.
Purple pants with a white stripe down.
Yep.
Purple against the white shirt. Similar to what I used to wear in Highline. I just like to put the numbers on the jersey. Nothing fancy. Kelso and beautiful kind of a green and gold motif.
They're showing
helmets, green uniforms with gold trim.
Yes, very nice.
White pants. Beautiful ensemble today.
Oh, they are blitzing. They show blitzing. They are blitzing. Nope. They timed it right. They jammed that one up.
Tried to go Jordan Silva up the middle, and that didn't work this time. It's worked a couple times earlier, but Kelso said, try another play.
Yeah, they're what we would call Mike linebacker. They have 4 linebackers, but their Mike linebacker went in. Middle linebacker. They have 2 middle linebackers, basically.
So important to identify the Mike linebacker.
Yep. You got to call it out.
Some Mike identification offenses, especially in the zone scheme, because that's the point. And
exactly.
They did not get the point guy block there.
Yep.
3 to his left, 1 to his right. Running back there with him.
They're blitzing again. They blitz.
Rolls to his right. He's got guys all over him.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah.
30-yard line. He gets sacked.
Yep.
That should probably take them out of field goal range.
Yep.
And that was just Kelso's guys being bigger, faster, and more aggressive.
Yep. They disguised the blitz pretty good, but they were coming.
This will make it 3rd and about, as we just said, with Coach Hoover Hopkins, 3rd and 1,000,000.
Yep, exactly.
3rd and 34 right now. Long way. Actually, it's not 34. It's actually 26. But it's a long ways. And you know what? This is what I like to see on 3rd down. 3 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right.
Right.
Probably have their fastest guy on the right and probably chuck it like Seattle Prep did last night. Roll to his left.
Got a movement, something.
Delay a game.
Or delay again.
It's taking a little while to get those plays in, and that moves them back another 5 yards. Makes it now 3rd down and 35. And hopefully they can just pick up 20 for a field goal.
Yeah. Kelso staying in that 4-4.
I like the Kelso uniforms. You know, I drove by Kelso so many times going down to Portland, and their stadium is kind of a sky blue and yellow.
Gold, yellow,
I normally see them in, but they got a nice dark green coming out of the Evergreen, the Mount St. Helens lead down there. And it's good. 3 receivers to his left.
They're changing 2 high safeties.
Ball on the right hash mark, goes right over the middle, and it's picked off. It's picked off by Kelso. Returning the ball to the field, number at the 35-yard line. The 40 gets to his right, breaks a couple of tackles, gets over the 50-yard line.
The 45.
At the 45-yard line, that is Hunter Latier, number 11. Hunter Latier at the interception, and he got about
30 yards at least.
That return.
Yep, 30 yards on that return. I don't even, it looked like the receiver didn't even turn around. It looked like he was looking in another direction.
So hard to find completions in but right in the middle of the hash marks.
Right.
Completing when you got guys running straight down the field. There's a lot of bodies in there.
Yep.
Found a Kelso guy on the seam.
Yep.
Latier goes back to pass. He throws.
That's
going
open.
For the quick strike. It's open. Did he catch it? He hangs on to it. Yes, he does.
Yep.
Are they going to call that a completion?
Yep.
They will.
There's a completion. It was well defended.
Great defense.
Yep.
Number 7, Cale Franzen. Cale Franzen comes up with a ball that Latier throws over at a very well thrown football.
Yep.
And as you said, very well defended by number 4. That's either Caleb or Jordan. The little DB is number 4.
Yep.
I believe that's Caleb. And
into the quarter.
As the quarter comes to an end, so Kelso takes a nice long drive. They go down the field and score a touchdown. Nooksack Valley did what they need to do. They shortened the game.
Yep.
Unfortunately, a turnover ends their drive, and now Latier hits his wide receiver, number 7, down the sideline, and that gives them a first down, so they're in business after the interception. That's Cale Freeman with that ball. So I'm sorry, Cale Franzen with that ball. So after one period completed, it is Kelso 7, Nooksack Valley 0.
Yep, as we said, that was well played, well defended. It's just a better play by the receiver.
The coach, John Yasutaki, and Juan Cotto under the shadow of a Space Needle on a beautiful gray evening here in Seattle. A 5 o'clock start. It's like a matinee. And are we going to Daniel Bellis?
Yeah, thank you there, Juan. All games have been played so far this week, but some of the from the Memorial Classic, the first 3 games concluded with our first contest between powerhouses between 3A and 4A. It went all the way to the 4A way with Lake Stevens dominating O'Day 20-3. Our second game was Seattle Prep winning their contest in a game that they pretty much led 21-0 at one point, but Mount Baker had an incredible second half to make it 28-22, with number 6 Seattle Prep taking that one and going 3-0. And then, of course, right after that, Garfield with a completely dominating, gave us a goose egg, 58-zip. Second quarter action now.
There's that pitch.
Latier, the quarterback, gets a snap. He was in the shotgun and he pitched it to the
we saw them. We saw them doing warm. I said,
a lot of that.
Watch out, Ron. They're going to run a pitch sweep, and they did it.
Well, it wasn't blocked very well.
No, it wasn't.
Valley had numbers, and they pretty much stuffed that one, and actually it comes out to about a gain of 1.
Yep.
I was going to give them just a little bit of love, but Nooksack Valley said, no, don't give them anything.
Yeah, they got a loss of a yard and a half, it looks like.
Judah Calixte was a running back. His leader runs to his left. He gets dragged from behind, throws up a prayer, and goes out of bounds. And I think they're going to call a horse collar on that play there.
Yep.
The Nooksack Valley defender had him pulled on the back of his neck.
Yep.
And I think that's what they're looking at right now, Coach.
That or roughing the passer. It's going to be one of 3. Oh, they waved it off. You know something? It's good to see that. They had him in a position, but it wasn't pulling him back. No, they didn't throw him to the ground. So, they had him, but
Rainier Avenue Radio .world, Juan Cotto, Yasutake, Space Needle, Leon H. Brigham Field, Kelso, Nooksack Valley, 7-0. Kelso driving again inside the 20 in the red zone.
They're spread.
If we were on a national football television broadcast, we would be on the red zone right now.
Yep.
Kelso's in there.
Oh,
nice little quick pass out to number 9.
This is
we find these members here. That little split end out there. That's Tyler Hayes, number 9, Coach. Made a nifty little reception. Takes the ball down to the 8-yard line. It's 4th down. What do you do?
Yeah. Well,
what would you do?
They look like they have a pretty good passing game, short passing game. I'd go again. Throw the ball sideline out. Throw the ball, short post. Nah, I'd go sideline out and see what happens.
You're on the right hash mark.
Yep.
That's the quarterback's favorite, being right-handed. Get over there to see that guy real clear.
Yep.
Send one wide receiver to the right, 2 to the left. They have kind of a pistol eye formation.
Yep.
Offset eye of the quarterback. Latier goes up. Looks like they're going to call him for delay of game. That play that's always on the quarterback because the quarterback can see the clock.
Right.
And unfortunately, and I tell you, Coach.
Yeah.
These teams that we've seen this weekend, they're taking a lot of time getting the play call.
Yeah, I just they have to cut that in half. I mean, you just can't. And if you gotta play from behind, you gotta use every bit of the time that you have allowed. You can't, it's just taking up too much time. It just so they're gonna kick.
Kelso's gonna kick. They bring out kicker number 84. This is, I believe, Mason Smith, excuse me. And
30-yard, he missed
hits
it.
the ball, and it looks like he slipped a little bit.
Yeah.
Holder looks like the ball never got on its point.
Yep.
And I've always wondered about that, Coach. The block was used for the tall grass.
Right.
Remember back in the day, I mean, you and I played in the days when we played on grass.
Yeah.
The tall tee kind of propped the ball up.
Yeah.
These kids kicking from on this field turf.
Yep.
The ball's already propped up.
Yep.
So it seems to me like they wouldn't need to have that tee, but he kicked it off a tee and then just kicked a straight line drive.
Yep. And he basically scuffed it, as they say. He didn't get a full, contact on it.
I've hit a couple of golf shots that way. Here comes Nooksack Valley on the ball.
Yeah.
And their quarterback brings him to the line of scrimmage. The little number 4, that's Jordan.
Yep.
Gets the ball. And he goes to his right. The ball is handoff.
Nice run.
Let me see if I catch this kid's name.
Nice
for Nooksack Valley. Number 4.
40.
He's carried it several times. I could not could not make out the name of the ball carrier from the public address announcer, but we do know number 40 is carrying the ball a lot tonight for Nooksack Valley.
He gained, 6 yards?
He
Pretty
did on
good
that
run.
play.
Pretty good run. Looks like a Kelso changed up their D. They're not running that base 4-4.
They've got a 4-man front in there, though, and they've moved up that free safety.
Yep,
so
they look like they're blitzing now.
Sure did. And,
it
actually worked. George
it
Silvers
worked.
met in the backfield
By that linebacker.
by that linebacker. A number of them got up to the line of scrimmage and went ahead and not only threatened the blitz, they did. And they ran into the ball carrier.
Yep.
The thing about this zone offense is if you do blitz those gaps, Coach, you can get back there because the ball is right in front of you.
Yeah, exactly. But if you guess wrong or if you go in wrong, it leaves a hole because you're blitzing. You don't have any run support on that in that area.
Third down and 4. Ball on the 26-yard line. They need to get to the 30. Kelso's defense jumping around. As
they're in a
Carroll says, and wait a minute.
Play is stopped by the umpire. Penalty flag thrown.
See what they say. Oh, you know what? I wonder if the kid picked up the football. To turn it over. He did.
Yeah, it looks like he made that gesture.
Once the ball's on the ground, you cannot move it.
Yeah, illegal procedure.
There it is. Yep.
It's illegal procedure. Yep, illegal procedure. False start.
I don't think it was. I think once the ball is down, Coach,
you can't.
Which is what I learned the first game that I coached at home.
Oh yeah, and it's lucky you didn't get hit because if once you move that ball and lift it up, you're going to get hit because that is putting the ball in play.
Well, I think he was turning.
Yeah,
and you learn you have to just roll the ball on the ground to do that.
Right, you can't lift it up.
8:44 to go in the second quarter. Rainier Avenue Radio World. Tony B has entrusted John Yasutaki and Juan Cotto to call this game. Fans of Nooksack Valley making a lot of noise as Silva gets the ball.
Oh, nice! Oh, he got
upended. He gets upended on a nice little anchor biter tackle.
Yep. And
that was number 3 for Nooksack Valley.
Yep.
It's too bad I don't have the kids' names, Coach. That kid's playing a really good football game for Nooksack.
Yeah, right. It looks like they changed up, Kelso. It looks like if I'm not mistaken, it's like a 5-2. They're running a 5-2. Now they changed it. It looks like a 4 now. They changed back to a 4-4.
Punt formation. That's why.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot. They're in 4th down. Oh, high snap, but he got it. Oh, he got it off.
The ball's going to roll to the. Oh, nice play by Nooksack Valley. Don't let him return it. Just go ahead and pick it up. Number 24 with a really nice play there. I do have his name.
Yep.
That was Little.
But it almost looked like he said, look what I found.
Traven Brisky picked the ball up before it just got bounced on the ground. Was getting ready to go into the hands of the Kelso returner.
Yep.
He said, no, we'll just go ahead and down it right here. Smart play by the Nooksack kid. Here comes Kelso to the line of scrimmage. It is first down and 10 at the 46-yard line. Snap to Latier. Latier runs the option to the left, speed option. Pitches the ball to his left and a nice little
gain, about 6, maybe 7 yards. Pretty close.
That's number 3, Connor Noah.
Yeah.
And Connor Noah, he dropped the opening kickoff, but he sure has run for some yards after that.
Yep. He was a primary player on their scoring drive.
Here comes Latier, and here comes the Kelso squad. You got a fullback. I like to have a fullback in the up there with him.
Now he's on the other side. He's on the weak side. So, strong side, I mean. And
running the speed
another pitch.
Right.
Here we go.
Noah turns upfield at the
it's
45
open.
To the 40.
Oh, they got a hold.
The 35, and a piece of laundry comes flying in right in the area that you would expect holding.
Yep.
Before the game, Coach, the staff up there at Nooksack Valley, they told me about number 71, Duke Halepina.
Mm-hmm.
And I hope I'm saying that right. Duke Alapipi. They said just call him Duke. And I think that's who they held. Mm-hmm. I think Kelso was smart to hold Duke.
Yep.
And they said he's very disruptive. Kind of like you. You were very disruptive back in the day.
Well, that's why they sent me home. And wrote a note home. No, I'm just He looks like he's a pretty sizable kid too. Got some size.
He's still disruptive, kids.
Yeah, well, thank you. Yeah, thank you.
I have to deal with him every single week.
All right.
John Yashitaki.
Well, thank you, DB.
Okay.
Daniel B.
Daniel Bellis.
Fresh juice.
Fresh juice. They got a kick out of me calling that Fresh Prince of Bel-Air last
Yeah,
night.
right.
2 minute motion.
Yeah, that's something's wrong.
Late flag. You know something? We need more referees in high school sports. And I was talking to the soccer referee this morning in my son's game, and it's a problem that's plaguing our community right now.
Yeah.
And I understand why. But it's such an important part of American sport.
Yeah.
And to have an arbitrator, and yes,
Yep.
I have to admit, I think that the way sometimes that we treat officials, and they get yelled at, and coaches need to be better. But the bottom line issue, Coach Akitashi, we need them. And if you would like to officiate a sport, would you please contact the Washington Officials Association?
Yep.
And part of the WIAA.
Yep.
They will train you. And the money isn't the important thing, but the difference that you're making in young people's lives, the ability to get out there. And I tell you, the officials in Washington State are incredibly professional.
Yep. Very good. Very good point. My grandson's game was canceled this week because they didn't have enough officials. So,
which one? We talked to him before the game too. Just had a good job. He'll know. He remembers us from baseball. Yeah, he knows. Since he was in the box when we were calling the games, as they hand off those to Connor Noah.
Run.
A good physical, tough run for 8 yards.
Right up the middle.
Venerable, old, beautiful. The girl still works, doesn't she, Coach?
Yep.
Memorial Stadium.
Yep. Looks beautiful. It's just a pleasure to be here, Coach. You know, it's just one of those things that, hey, it's good to be here.
On the grounds of the 1962 World's Fair, as much as the city changes, as much as our community changes, this is still a jewel of that
blitz.
Century 21.
Oh, my gosh. Oh,
right
nice.
up the middle. And Coach, Kelso has found something in the Nooksack Valley
and they're running right off a guard hole. They're going that O gap, M gap, A gap, whatever it is you want to call it. They're running off of that, and it's a direct handoff. And of course, Nooksack Valley blitzed behind the play, and they didn't get there.
Kelso moving, Kelso running their offense, and Kelso in rhythm right now. As Pete Carroll says, they're on schedule.
Direct.
A nice little run by Connor Noah.
Right. Again,
he goes to the left this time.
He
picks up about 8 yards.
He does not go down with one guy. I mean, you got to really wrap him up.
5:21, 5:20, 5:17, 5:16.
This game has gone pretty fast. Yeah.
Memorial Stadium.
This game has been moving pretty fast.
Both teams have kept the ball on the ground, and they're just trying to turn yards, and defenses are stopping them. So aggressive kids playing for both teams.
Is that short pass?
Latier finds his man.
Short pass. I knew it was there, and he touchdown.
Shallow cross.
He's in.
No flags. Oh, there is a flag. That was number 11, the wide receiver who's made a couple of plays tonight.
Oh.
That was Colby Cooper on the shallow cross. Picked the ball across the middle, hit on the hash mark, ran to the sideline, easily scampered into the end zone, but I think it's coming back.
Hold. It looks like it'll be a hold.
It's like they're having a conversation over there. It's like a committee meeting. I was in a board meeting this morning for 6 hours.
Yeah. Oh, ineligible receiver downfield. Juan.
I hear you. Hey, let's go to Tony B.
Coach Amride one more time, and game's going to start here, but they brought the whole squad, as you can see, and the crowd as well. So we'll be back with you more. We might do a little bit also from the Nooksack Valley side at halftime. No, we're going to get down here and try and talk to Coach Amride. Back to you, Juan.
Thanks so much, Tony B. Tony B's going to – Tony, you have something else to say? All right. He's going to call a timeout, but Tony B down there and the cheerleaders and the cheer squads from both teams are here. And what a great way to participate in sports when you have the cheer squads, Coach Yasutaki.
Yes. It's it isn't a complete game unless you have the cheer squad, pep squad, yell squad, or whatever you want to call them.
Kelso calls a timeout. 4 minutes, 51 seconds to go in the second quarter. This game is just moving right along. Beautiful night here in downtown Seattle on your community radio station, our community radio station, Rainier Avenue Radio World. Kelso leading Nooksack Valley 7-0.
They've got a really good short passing game. Remember, we saw them as they warmed up. They had some really good timing patterns, and like I said, that's going to be hard to defend.
And that and the quarterback, this Latier, number 15, looks like he's played the game a little bit.
Oh yeah. Plus they got that. I mean, they got a good running game. So like you say, play action, any hand fake, any fake in there, and run that short passing game. It looks like it's there.
Hunter Latier
trips left,
wearing number 15. He's rolling to his left, flips the ball out to the.
Oh, nice run! He made a nice cut. Oh,
he made a nice little cut there.
First down.
That is a first down for Tyler Hayes. Tyler Hayes makes a nice little cut back into the field.
Yep.
And that's enough for a first down for Kelso.
Oh, guess what? No penalty flags.
The bald guy.
No flags.
Yep. Right, wait. I think that's him in the I think it's a white shirt. Yeah. They had jackets on when I was down there earlier. Yeah, Steve Emily.
Gonna spread. Oh my gosh, he made it through the hole. Oh my God, running hard.
Latier hands to Noah again, and they had everybody spread out. Right?
Yeah, man, that spread. Yep.
They're attacking that gap.
Yep.
Coach.
That's exactly what they're doing.
We call that the A gap.
Yeah, A gap, right.
A gap next to the center guard.
Center and guard. A gap, B gap, guard tackle. C is on the outside.
Make sure the kids remember we called it apples, bananas, and carrots.
Yeah, ABC. And blocking is over inside linebacker oil, so
It's first down and 7. First down and goal from the 7.
Yep.
And that was a little bit of a scrum, didn't go very far. That was a little play inside to look like the wide receiver, number 88, came in and tried to run one in there, and he didn't get very much. That's for Connor Noah.
This is an advantage to Kelso because they got that short passing game here.
They've also got a big offensive line.
Yeah, true.
Latier calling the signals, rolls to his right.
Here he's open.
Going in the back of the end zone, and there's a little bit of a.
I think there's a
fly coming out. The plays. The ball goes harmlessly over everybody's head. Hits the back wall of the grass part of I call that the grassy knoll over there.
Grassy knoll, right?
Of course, that has a interesting
connotation, right?
Description of American history.
Yes, it does. Dallas, Texas. 1963. Where were you on that day? You weren't born. I was at second floor at Garfield High School when President Kennedy was assassinated.
I did take my first visit to the grassy knoll this summer. My son and I and longtime college roommate Dave Ashcraft, we went to the Dealey Plaza.
Okay.
And
Texas Book Depository
is right. Book Depository. Yep. There are X's on the ground there on Oak Street where President Kennedy was hit by the bullets.
Okay.
And there were people, of course, doing handstands on the X's. I tell you, people are doing social media things. People are crazy nowadays.
Yes, I know. Like TikToking.
Connor Noah with the football, runs to his right.
He's open. He's in. Yeah.
Nice block over there.
Nice block.
The wide receivers for Kelso certainly can block.
Yep.
And that was number 11 over on the far side who really sprung him on that play.
Yeah, but
Colby Cooper.
You're in a dilemma if you're Nooksack Valley.
And now they go ahead and set up for the extra point, number 84 with the kick, and that's
XP. There it is.
That's Smith. Smith in for the extra point. It's up. It looks like he hit that one hard. Did he get it? Yes, he did.
Yeah, he did. But, man, did that look like it was on the line?
It looked like an Alex Rodriguez hitting a high fastball.
On the line.
The shortstop's head. Well, so, with 3 minutes and 20 seconds to go in the second quarter, it is Kelso 14, Nooksack Valley 0.
Yep. Thing is, Nooksack Valley, they're gonna have to make some decisions because the way Kelso can throw the ball, that's again that it one helps the other. You set up the run with the pass, or you can set up the pass with the run, and they look like like I said, dimensionally they can move the ball either way. It makes it hard on your defense. You play soft or you play hard. You can't, you're caught between, as they say, rock and a hard place.
The old proverbial rock and a hard place.
Yep. You can't force because they may throw over you. You can't back off because they'll run it up you. Run at you.
Rainier Avenue Radio.world. Juan Cotto, John Yasutaki. We call him the coach.
No.
John and Juan and John.
Yeah, but you are a great coach. And we're not talking about leather purses and things.
Well, I've bought a couple of those in my life.
Yeah, but man, they're expensive.
Oh my goodness. But some of the I don't even want to go into it. Here goes a kickoff to number 40 down there. He catches the ball at the 10-yard line.
He's got a little bit of a seam.
Wall of blockers, and he gets nice job of hustle by the Kelso special teams to capture him at the 28-yard line.
Anything ahead of the 20 is good.
So they will. Corey Loby, I believe his name is. Loki. Maybe I'm going to call him Corey Loki after the Marvel films.
Yeah, right. Marvel.
Corey Loki. Number 40. And
isn't he the brother of Thor?
He's the brother of Thor and took a couple of hits there.
Yes, he did.
He took a couple of hits like Thor, but he's got the ball out to the 29-yard line. This is where Nooksack Valley will start.
Pretty good field position.
Their quarterback is in position. Hands off to Silva. Silva goes up the middle, and then he's met by about 4 defenders from Kelso, and he goes down. So that'll make it about second. And he gained about 1. So we'll go and call this 2nd and 9. Just if you are from Seattle and you're listening to somewhere else, you love these kind of nights. It is gray. It is dark. It is 6 o'clock. It is lovely in downtown Seattle. It's at 7:37. It goes flying over our heads and over through the buildings and heading into SeaTac Airport. And it's just a perfect night for football. Snap up high.
Oh, they ran a different D. They had the standing defensive end who just made that tackle off that slant.
It's number 44, Michael House. House. And he really brought down the house.
Yes, he did. No doubt about it. They're running it's a 5 front with one standing defensive end, and he's the one that made that tackle. He closed it down,
and he really penetrated gaps. Yeah, it sounds like when you played and when you coached, you were more of a gap scheme guy.
Yes, I am.
He went ahead he was shooting gaps. Right there.
Yeah. We used to use what was called a 52 or 50 base invert offset defense, and we were always in the gaps.
And you had time to study after that?
Oh, yeah.
I love it.
But we do invert. By that, I mean we're inverting the safeties, and we usually ran a cover 4, which means we had 4 zones. And we called it 52 invert offset defense. That's what it was.
John, do you know anything about hockey?
I know get the puck out of here.
Well, I know this, that
they're getting ready.
About 10 days over
they're getting ready.
Climate Pledge Arena.
Yep, Climate.
Could you imagine a stadium
with that name?
In Seattle, of course. Where else would that be?
Yes, exactly.
Climate Pledge Arena, where, of course, the climate is a little cool right now. As the quarterback rolls to his left, he throws. He got hit in the head. And a nice play over there. Yeah. Nice play by number 11, and we've called his name an awful lot. Yeah. Hunter Letier. He went ahead and made a nice play to separate that ball from the receiver.
The guy had it in his hands.
He did. The ball got there, and that was just knocked out of the receiver, number 6.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, I don't have his name. And I wish I did because he really went up high to get that ball and just got knocked out there by Letier.
Yeah.
The other Letier. They've got to be brothers.
Yeah, they have.
Or cousins, right? the Kelso Highlanders, right? You've seen it a million times if you've been driving down I-5 South.
Yeah, right.
Going to Portland maybe about 45 minutes outside of Portland.
Oh, good punt.
And a nice punt.
Oh, nice catch, too.
Just a great play all the way around. And
There's the seam. Oh, my. He's the seam.
Down the left-hand
my God.
sideline.
Oh.
Crosses the 45-yard line and brought it back after a 44-yard return.
Oh, we got
But a
a hanky.
flag
Boy.
at the 41-yard line of Kelso. And, folks, that is coming back.
Yeah, but wasn't that a great seam he hit? You saw it open up, came right up that sideline.
He really went flying down there.
Yeah.
That's number 10. That is Allen, his last name. And I'll try to come up with a first name for you. And they've got a bevy of wide receivers themselves over there at Kelso.
Yep. They're showing a little bit of speed, too. They got that kid made a really quick move up that seam, up that sideline.
That is Bannock Allen.
Okay.
He hit the seam and it went to his left, scampered up the left sideline, but unfortunately it all is for naught with the penalty. And this is 2 minutes. So let's see what their 2-minute offense is like. 2 minutes to go, second quarter. They're up 14-0. And let me tell you something, Coach.
Yeah.
Being up 21-0 at the half is a lot better than 14-0.
Oh, sure.
Latier calls the signals.
Well, they actually haven't been stopped in the last series.
We got stopped there when it was a high throw.
Pay, yeah.
Latier was rolling to his right, and that's usually where you like to run as your quarterback, and he had the field right in front of him.
Yeah.
But just flipped the ball over the head of the intended receiver, number 2, and that's one that gets away from him.
They look when we looked at offense, we said when we throw the ball, we're going to do what we adapted what USC called bracketed offensive receivers. Bracketed, they're like a triangle or something very similar.
Zeke Smith was the intended receiver as we are lined up at 3 receivers to his
blitzing.
Right.
They are blitzing.
Flips the ball out.
Nice move.
Nice couple of moves there. Oh, my, that guy has some quick feet, and unfortunately, I do have his name. That is Judy Calinte. And he went and made a nice couple of moves and to pick up 2 yards, and that'll make it 3rd down and 8. And let me tell you something. That was a play that was quickly developed, but it got stuffed out quick by Nooksack.
Yep. We made a nice grab, that one-handed grab on that ball.
3rd down and 8. 2 receivers to his right. He's got the little offset eye with the fullback
Pitch.
to his right. Pitch off.
He dropped the ball.
Jordan, and he dropped it. The pitch.
Yeah.
Judah Calixte. That is, I've been pronouncing the name wrong. It is Calixte. And Calixte dropped it.
Yeah.
And he's kind of just adjusting his helmet right now. And, Coach, we were talking about it last night with the gloves.
Yeah.
I think he was kind of holding his head like, I think it's the gloves.
It's the gloves. Yep.
Rainier Avenue Radio.world. If you like sports, we've got you covered.
Yep.
If you like music, we've got you covered. If you like entertainment, we've got you covered. If you like talk and interesting talk, if you like political talk, if you like talk of historical moments, if you like educational and raising awareness talk, then you'll love Coach John Yasataki. Because on Rainier Avenue Radio, we have all of that and more. So if you're looking for an alternative to what you're hearing on your AM and FM dial, go to streaming radio and hear from the voices in your community that may share some of the feelings and express some of the same thoughts that you have, and you'll really enjoy it.
And we got great baseball coverage by none other than Juan Cotto.
That is going to be in about 6 months from now. We'll be out there calling baseball again.
Great baseball coverage, Juan.
I'm loving it. I'm loving Rainier Avenue Radio.world. And here comes now the punt from Kelso.
Oh, nice. Get high, sky punt.
Bounces on the 30.
Get away.
Line.
What? Why?
His coaches are saying the same thing.
Get away from the ball.
The return man for Nooksack Valley was just kind of hanging out near the football, and even his coaching staff was saying, "What in the world are you doing?"
Get away.
Of course, in the punt, if it receiver touches you, that becomes a live ball.
Yep.
And
you can recover it. Yep.
The coaching staff doesn't want that.
Nope.
They want the ball.
Right.
So it gives them 55 seconds. We'll see what they can do in 55 seconds.
No, what's the rule? Special teams, if you can't field it clean, get out of the way because you don't want that ball bounces crazy.
A flanker over on the left.
They're running a 6 front.
End around, and let's see what we got going on here. See if he can make a move here. He cannot. Nice open field tackle.
He broke
5
down.
yards in the backfield. He sure did break it down.
Broke down, stayed at home. They had a
Connor
6
Noah.
Kelso had a 6-man front.
And I think they held as well. There was a
Yeah.
holding call to play. Connor Noah makes a nice play, and unfortunately for Nooksack Valley, some laundry is thrown out there.
You got 43 seconds to refuse it.
Beautiful night here in Seattle. Like I said, gray, but nice little mist coming down right now. I'm sure the players appreciate it. Been working for a month out there, coach, in that heat.
Yep.
And week 2 and week 3, you start to get on some of the cooler weather.
Got a hold on the offense. Nooksack Valley, they're going to back up.
That's going to split the ball at approximately the 18-yard line, which will make it a first down and
20,
about 20.
22 or 20.
Yeah, so I think it's 20. They're on the 18.
18,
Get to the 38.
Yeah.
So with my math, going to O'Day, that is first and 20.
20 at least.
Hand off inside, and there goes Silva. Rolling to his right was Silva.
Oh.
Silva gets out of bounds after picking up a substantial amount, 12 yards.
Yep. Good run. It
was, and that's the kind of play. Actually, let's give him 14 yards. So
yep.
That's going to make this second down and 6. And with 20 seconds to go, I don't think that's what Kelso had in mind.
Nope.
We'll hear from the head coach of the Kelso Highlanders, Steve
Amrine.
Yep. As Nooksack Valley lines up with 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right on the short side of the field on the right hash. Hand off to Silva. Silva makes a nice move, and he's free.
Oh!
And he
just got tripped up.
He tripped over the 45-yard line there, Coach.
Yep.
The turf monster grabbed him.
He had a seam coming up the sideline.
So with 13 seconds to go, they call time out, and now Nooksack Valley has got a little bit of a drive going, and they want to see if they can maybe make a little something happen.
Right.
Do you think they'll come up with a gadget play? Oh, yeah. We'll come up with a little gadget play here.
Right. Got to do something, change up. But they're Kelso's putting –
yeah, thank you.
They're changing up their defense. Like I said, they showed a 6-man front a couple of plays ago. And
13 seconds to go in the quarter. Juan Cotto, John Yasutaki, Rainier Avenue Radio.world. Halftime, we will have Daniel Bellis take us on a tour of some of the scores.
Yep.
I bet you we're going to have a public service announcement from King County. And if not, we'll just sit here and talk until the game gets started in the second half.
Yeah.
The Kelso coaching staff comes out of the press box. Everyone's going to be down on the sideline.
They're backing off. Kelso's backing off. They changed up their D. They're running 7 deep.
Quarterback looks, he throws a little high spiraling ball, and misses everybody and harmlessly lands over on the Nooksack Valley sideline. That was from the right hash. Nooksack Valley's over on the far side, the south side of the stadium. We're over here with the Kelso fans, and Kelso is on the north side of the stadium.
Yep.
From our vantage point, we can see the spacing like it's right in our living room.
Right, exactly.
And that leaves the clock with 7 seconds to go. Here comes Nooksack Valley to the line of scrimmage.
And Kelso has backed completely off. It's 4-man front with 7 in the back. It'll be very tough to complete a pass.
To the left, kind of a heave down the middle of the field, always the wrong way to throw it. And it is knocked out of the hands of the intended receiver by
it is halftime.
Connor Noah, and that will bring us to halftime. So Kelso comes up and takes a 14-0 lead and has just been kind of nursing it for the last half a quarter. So,
right.
There you go. And here comes Coach Steve Emrine.
Here with Coach Steve Amride with Kelso. Welcome to Seattle in the Memorial Classic.
Yeah, thank you. This is a great effort for us to be here and play against a really good Nooksack team. So, yeah.
How do you prepare for a team like this that's not in your conference, not in your division?
Well, just like anybody else, we treat every game really, really important and play it like a conference game. We're trying to win, get better, and get ready for conference.
You're up 14-0 right now. You got to go into halftime. What are you going to tell your team? Is there anything you're going to go do differently or more of the same?
No, a lot of the same, but we want to just continue to finish drives and do stuff, playing good defense. And, the score, you shorten the score with that long drive, that first series. So.
Well, thank you, Coach, and you're right up there. We're talking to your fans, too.
Okay.
All right, good luck in the second half.
Thank you, buddy. I appreciate it.
All right. So we're going to see if we can get AJ here.
Steve Amrine, the coach.
From the Seattle Public Schools Athletic Department, and he's on his way over here right now, I believe. So eventually we will turn this over back to Daniel, but here's AJ right now.
AJ with the Seattle Public Schools to talk to Tony B.
AJ Brooks, man, I'm thinking y'all have to be excited for this Memorial Classic. After having last year, we weren't sure when they were going to play. They didn't play during the fall, and this year to come back and have schools from around the state play these Metro League teams, you got to feel pretty good.
Yeah, we're really excited. Second day we thought we might not be able to games get to go off because of the thunder and lightning storm we had there. We were able to get them going. Teams were able to adjust. Had a really good first game there. I know Garfield kind of took over, but glad we were able to get Kelso and Nooksack in here, and just really excited to be able to do this. Yeah.
And there's a lot going on behind the scenes, and even during this transition, there were things that happened. You got other teams. You made it pretty seamless. Let's talk about that. What does it take to put something like this together?
It takes a large crew and a lot of people with a lot of heart to try to get this out, this event together for our athletes, and it takes our coaches, it takes our AD Tara Davis, Pat McCarthy, making the phone calls to get the teams out here, our staff that's making sure that we're staying within COVID protocols and guidelines, and the fans to come and support, and the parents to get their players here. So just really excited to be able to put this on. I can't say enough how happy we are about how it turned out, and we got our cheerleaders here doing their halftime dance right now. We missed this. It's been 2 years since we've been able to have this, so really excited to have it.
AJ, I want to give you an opportunity to say anything that you'd like to now to all the fans, parents, supporters of Metro League sports and student athletes listening.
I just want to say, we've been through a lot the last 2 years. Keep your heads in it. Know that you have a district that's behind you guys, and that we're here to support you and continue to give you guys great athletic experiences. But stay safe out there. Mask up. We're doing our best to provide an environment for you guys that's safe. And we just ask that you guys do the same, and help our staff, help your coaches, give you guys the experience that you guys have worked so hard for, and worked so hard to enjoy. So yeah.
You and Pat and Tara have done a wonderful job. I'm gonna let you go, but before I do, Lourdes, can you get a close-up of this Metro League mask? I gotta get me one of these Metro League masks here. We can get a close-up when you see that right there. I got you modeling right now, but thanks, AJ.
Thank you, Tony, and I appreciate you guys. You guys have been here for Metro League from day one. You cover our games, and we really appreciate you guys being a locally based a TV voice crew that does the work for us. I really do appreciate you.
Thank you. Back to you. I think we're going to Daniel Bellis.
Yeah, I believe we are. Live on Rainier Avenue Radio, your community radio station. 6:30 p.m. here at the half of your game right here with number 17 in 3A play, Kelso, leading at the half 14-0 over 1A school that's 18th ranked in 1A, Nooksack Valley. A 2-touchdown game going on right now on your community radio station, Rainier Avenue Radio. Before we do a little bit of roundup about action that happened yesterday in the top 20 in Metro, we're going to pay some love to our sponsors and friends at Public Health Seattle and King County. Enjoy this little presentation about lead poisoning prevention.
Good afternoon, Abdi and Muya.
Hello.
How are you?
Good.
All right. So I understand you have some questions about lead.
Yes, we've been learning more and more about lead on children, how harmful it is. We just want to learn the important topics, effects of lead on children, and how we can prevent lead exposure at home.
Very good questions and very important topics that we should definitely learn more about, particularly with lead poisoning and lead exposure. Lead poisoning occurs when lead builds up in the body, often over months or years. Even small amounts of lead can cause serious health problems. Children younger than 6 years are especially vulnerable to lead poisoning, which can severely affect mental and physical development. At very high levels, lead poisoning can be fatal. Initially, lead poisoning can be hard to detect. Even people who seem healthy can have high blood levels of lead. Signs and symptoms usually don't appear until dangerous amounts have accumulated. Signs and symptoms of lead poisoning in children include developmental delay, learning difficulties, irritability, loss of appetite, weight loss, sluggishness and fatigue, abdominal pain, vomiting, constipation, hearing loss, seizures, eating things such as paint chips that are not food. Lead poisoning can be prevented and avoided by keep children away from peeling paint and broken plastic. Be careful with your hobbies. Some crafts call for use of paint, glaze, and solder. Many of these may contain lead. Learn more about possible lead dangers while working on hobby. Don't bring lead home with you from work. People who work at construction, plumbing, painting, auto repair, and certain other jobs can be exposed to lead. Learn more about possible lead dangers while working on construction sites. Do you have any other questions?
No, thank you, doctor.
Are you very welcome, and thank you for this great questions you had today, and be sure to share with others what you have learned. Lastly, it's very important that you are following up with your doctor to make sure your child is receiving regular lead testing. If you have questions or concerns about possible lead exposure and to see what services may be available to your family, visit www.kingcounty.gov/lead.
Welcome back to Rainier Avenue Radio, your community radio station. Here at the half, Kelso, who's number 17th ranked in 3A play, leads by 2 touchdowns over 1A school that's ranked number 18 in 1A, Nooksack Valley, 14-zip right there. Daniel Bellis at 6:34 here at your halftime reports. Here with a roundup of action that happened this weekend in Metro League ball, including a shutout by Ballard over Franklin. It was 29-zip in that one. Franklin may have broke their, their curse and their losing game streak of over 8 years with their win in week 1, but unfortunately the losing continues with that one against Ballard. 29-zip right there. Bishop Blanchette opened the season actually as a ranked team, but they have fallen to 0-3 with a huge loss to Skyline, 44-7 on that one. And Lakeside controlling the game against Nathan Hale, 27-16. Also, one of the surprising Metro football teams this season in 2021 has definitely been Lincoln. They started their season 2-0 with a dominating performance against Ingram, dropping them. It is 40. They won 42-6 in that contest. The Lincoln Lynx of Seattle turning things around after rebuilding their program to start this season 2-0, and with a win over Ingram, 42-6. Also, Roosevelt falls down to 1-2 with their loss against Redmond, 23-7. In top 20 action, number 1 O'Day fell to Lake Stevens, which was actually number 2 in 4A, losing that one 20-3. But number 2 Bellevue handled their game against number 13 Lincoln of Tacoma. That's Lincoln of Tacoma, not Seattle. Winning that one 56-35 in a dominating performance. Lincoln at one point was able to come back and make it within a touchdown, but Bellevue winning that one 56-35. Bellevue is now 2-0 on the season and more than likely will open next week as the number 1 team on Rainier Avenue Radio. And also, with number 3 Eastside Catholic being off this week, they will actually play Seattle Prep next week, which won yesterday 28-22 over Mount Baker. At one point, Seattle Prep led by, I believe it was at one point it was 21-0, and Mount Baker had an impressive second half to make it as closer than it was. It was 28-22 final there. Seattle Prep improves to 3-0 on the year, coming into this week as the number 6 team. Number 5 team in 3A, Spanaway Lake, opened their season with their first game with a pounding of Silas, 47-0. Huge blowout win. And in number 4, Yelm, also an undefeated team at 3-0. They won against Timberline 38-20 in that contest. Both of the mountain teams, the 7th and the 8th ranked teams, both won sound victories. Auburn Mountain View defeating Decatur 57-7. And the same power of dominance for Mountain View at number 8, winning against Wenatchee 51-14 in that contest. Number 9, Ferndale went back and forth against Arlington. They almost lost this game, but in the final couple of minutes, they made the final score, a final touchdown to make it by 1 point over Arlington, 18-17, just squeaking that win out. But a total difference of situation for number 10, Marysville Pilchuck, in the all-Marysville game, as they completely destroyed their rivals, Marysville Getchell, 63-14 in that contest. Number 11, Kennewick, winning convincingly over West Valley, 34-20 in the number 11 spot. Peninsula, the number 12 team, went back and forth in their game against Gig Harbor, but they were able to squeak out their game in the final minutes, winning their contest 35-28, number 12 Peninsula. Peninsula actually started the season in the top 10, but they lost in week 1 against Bellevue. Had a great win in week 2. And week 3 was a struggle as they defeated Gig Harbor. Number 14, Mount Spokane, pitched a shutout against Ridgeline, 41-0. But Garfield put on the more points than anybody with 58-0. Davis, showing that their entry into the top 20 this week was well warranted, and they'll probably go up. Central Kitsap, in their first game of the season, they got blown out by their rivals North Kitsap. And, right here on Rainier Avenue, right here on Rainier Avenue Radio, we are right on Rainier Avenue Radio. We are going to go live with Tony B, who has the coach of Nooksack Valley.
We're going to go. This is Tony B here live at the Memorial Classic. First of all, Coach Bartle, welcome to Seattle and the Memorial Classic.
Thanks. It's great to be down here. Great hosts, and it's fun for our kids.
How do you prepare for a team that you don't see often, you don't connect with often? I don't know if you have a chance to get film, but how do you prepare for a game like this?
Well, we got some film, so that was we were fortunate on that. And then it's just try to find out their tendencies. It's only 2 games into the season, so it's hit or miss. But I think we can figure out what their base plays are, and then just try to defend that.
couple plays here and there, and the score could be different. What do you tell your team at halftime, and what are we going to look for as far as adjustments are concerned for this next half?
Well, I think we came out pretty flat this game. It's that long bus ride, and came out flat. So there's a few things that we need to fix, but other than that, we just need to bring our intensity level a little bit more and see what happens.
All right, we've got some folks in the Yakima Valley watching you. Anything you want to say to all the folks back at home?
In Yakima, we're actually up north.
Okay, that's right, just up by the Canadian border. Tell us anything that you want to say to folks that are up there that are watching.
Well, we just appreciate the support that our community gives us. We're a small town, so the football is just an extension of our community, and so we're really appreciative of them. And if we did live in Yakima, I'd want their weather right now.
Well, hey, Coach, thank you, and good luck in the second half.
All right, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Rainier Avenue Radio, your community radio station. It is 6:42 p.m. We are about 2 minutes away from your second half of action, with Kelso leading by 2 touchdowns over Nooksack Valley. 14-0 right there. The number 17th ranked in 3A play, Kelso, and the number 18th ranked in 1A, Nooksack Valley. Another more roundup of the top 20 teams, including Liberty with a completely dominating performance against Newport. For a while, they were pitching a great shutout, and the mercy clock rule was in effect. But in the final minutes, Newport was able to squeak a couple of touchdowns to make it 48-13. Number 18, Liberty, winning that one. Number 20, Snohomish, was losing in the first half against Edmonds Woodway 0-6, but a powerful performance in the second half and scoring by both teams, actually. Snohomish was able to win this one by a touchdown after sneaking into the top 20 this week, 21-14 over Edmonds Woodway. That's your top 20 roundup for this week on Rainier Avenue Radio. I'm Daniel Bellis. We're going to throw it over to Juan and John, or John and Juan, or however you want to call it. But when the third quarter, we're going to let you know, at the end of the third quarter, we're going to let you know which games next week we are really looking forward to.
Is it mine now? Are we on? Hey, welcome back to Rainier Avenue Radio. And we are at the Memorial Classic at the Seattle Center. And I'm always uplifted. I always get a little giddy up in my step when I hear the Cupid Shuffle, John.
Yes.
You got to love a little Cupid Shuffle. Had a little Bruno Mars blaring in the background. And that got the crowd into it. But in the Cupid Shuffle, the Nooksack Valley kids, they were showing they had a little bit of rhythm.
Yep. As they say, I got more soul than I can control.
It is 14-0 Kelso as we're getting ready to come back into the start of the game. They actually need to reset the clock. The clock is just kind of running right now. A first quarter touchdown after the first drive of the game for Kelso. That scored. Put us up 7-0. Then they followed up with a touchdown in the second quarter.
Yep.
Go up 14-0, and that's the way the game has stayed.
You know, they got a beautiful scoreboard, but they don't show timeouts or anything like that, That's interesting.
They make us keep that all up in our minds.
Yes, thank you.
So it was interesting to hear the coach, Craig Bartle from Nooksack Valley, and he said they came out kind of flat, long bus ride, everything they had, but they're in the ball game still.
Yeah, 14-0.
And I like to hear that. This little 1A school says, hey, we expected to come here and win this game.
Yeah.
Kickoff hits at the 14-yard line, bounces by the returner.
And he dropped the ball. He fumbled.
He picked it up. He tried to pick it up. Let's see.
No, it's looks like
there's a little tussle down there for it. Looks like he got on top of it. And it's going to be Nooksack Valley's ball on the 4-yard line.
That's a very bad misplay.
It really is. The ball bounced at the 14-yard line, got away, rolled all the way back. The returner tried to pick it up. He gets met by the Kelso return team, And somehow he kept the football. I think he kept his legs and arm on top of it, and they recover it at the 4-yard line, and that's where they're going to start this drive. They're marking it at the 5.
Yep. Special teams.
Nooksack Valley. 3 wide receivers to the quarterback's left, 1 to his right. He's got a pistol back right behind him. He moves up to the left, and he hands the ball to
high
him.
snap.
That's Silva, the running back, and he gets nowhere.
Nope. Offense brings the fans. Defense wins the game. Special teams wins the championship.
Boy, those aren't cliches, John. Those are actually true.
Yep.
And that's how you build your football team. And certainly Kelso has been able to apply the pressure. And we'll see if Nooksack Valley is going to be able to break through. And they need to have a big play here.
Yep. But not be risky with the football. You can't take chances.
They gave him 3 yards. I'm going to give him 1. I'm going to call it 2nd and 9 on the play.
Oh, they're crowding the line. They're blitzing.
Yep. Silva gets the ball, and he edges up maybe a yard more.
Yeah. They were blitzing. They knew. They knew they were going to run it, so they just loaded up on that front line.
It was interesting to hear Craig Bartle talk about how they look at the tendencies.
Yeah.
They got enough film, saw the tendencies of Kelso, and that's really how you do prepare in a football game. And certainly, Kelso realizes, hey, when Nooksack Valley's bottled up or they're back like that, they're going to try to run the football, and they're stuffing the run right now.
They had 8 on the front line. I mean, they're crowding the line of scrimmage. They're crowding the line of scrimmage right now. Oh, they came out with a little bit of a spread.
You have to.
Yep. You got to spread them out.
But once again, a little bit too much time taken. Bartle calls timeout.
Yeah.
He's walking out on the field with his big play card. He's going to go talk to his team.
This is going to be very crucial with your back to the line, your own goal line.
All 3 elevators at the Space Needle coming down at the same time. I just noticed that. The one on the north side, the one facing east, the one facing west. All 3 of them on a beautiful night here in Seattle. Just some pale blue sky.
Yes.
Dave Niehaus, the incredible Mariner broadcaster, used to call that an azure blue sky with puffer billy clouds. And right behind the silhouette of the Space Needle, actually still pretty light outside, so you can actually see the structure. But this is a beautiful night here in Seattle.
Yep.
And here come Nooksack Valley. They got their play. 3 receivers to the left in a trip set. Quarterback goes back to pass, gets a little bit of rush. He flushes out of the pocket. He's got the field wide open for himself, but he decides to throw, and he's got his man, number 6, and the ball is fumbled. He lost it.
Oh, no, they got it back.
Recovered.
They got it back.
He could have run that ball about 40 yards if he wanted to. There was nobody in front of him.
Right.
And the cornerback decided, hey, if he decides to run, I'm going to move up. The receiver got behind him. He throws a dart to number 6, and he picks up.
He dropped the ball, but he got it covered. They got it covered, so that's
picks up a 36-yard completion, right. And that moves the ball out to the 42-yard line. 1st and 10, Nooksack Valley.
Well, they say you can cover more ground faster by the pass than with the run.
Proved it.
Yeah,
he proved it.
Yeah.
Trips receivers to the right. The hand to Silva going to his right. Cuts up the field. Gets met by Kelso. And
good. Yeah.
Driven back. About a 2-yard loss.
Right.
Silva's a tough back. He won't go down.
Nope.
Silva would not go down.
Yeah, they threw him backwards 10 yards, but he's still on his feet. So they gave him forward progress to the line of scrimmage.
They gave him back to the line of scrimmage. That's generous.
Yep.
9:15 to go in the 3rd quarter. Welcome to high school football at Memorial Stadium. Juan Cotto, John National Hockey.
Yeah, I have to hand it to these Nooksack Valley kids. They're playing tough. They're not letting that 3A standing, of Kelso get in their face,
Rainier Avenue Radio.world.
Now that I now know where Nooksack Valley is.
Yes. It's up north of Bellingham.
Wasn't going to say a word about that, Tony.
My apologies to the Nooksack Valley fans, and now I know where you are.
It's Everson. They're near Everson, Washington. You got a penalty flag here.
We sure did, and I'm just laughing. Oh, we got to love Rainier Avenue Radio, your community radio station, our community radio station. And let me tell you about Rainier Avenue Radio. We have a lot of fun.
Yes, we do. A barrel of monkeys.
There is a flag down on the
Yeah,
field.
there's a play.
Well,
Yeah.
Looks like there was a hold.
Yep. We've got
There's a personal foul. 15. Oh, no. it was
no,
okay.
no. I think it's a hold. It's going to be a hold.
So that moves the ball back down to the 26-yard line.
Yeah.
Let's call it the 27. And it will now be 2nd and 24. Third quarter action. 8:33 to go in the third quarter. It is Kelso 14, Nooksack Valley 0. 2 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Backs right and next to him. One of the backs motions out of the backfield. That's Silva. And guess what?
Delay a
Too
game.
much time.
Delay a game. Yep.
And Coach Bartles tick.
Oh, yeah. He's get the play called. Again, we've seen it both days, Juan. Get the plays out. Get the plays going. You know, you just can't use up that much.
Coach Ashitaki, we didn't see it from Seattle Prep.
No. They're lining up
I don't
ready.
know.
We couldn't even call the play.
Jeez.
Yeah, they were just.
I couldn't even get the down and distance
Yeah,
out
right.
there snapping the ball. Two receivers to the left, 1 to the right.
They're going to spread.
There goes the ball. He throws.
It's there. It's good job, defensive. Number 2.
They changed the rule. They changed the rule, John.
Yeah.
You can wave your hands. You can face guard.
Face guard,
as
right.
long as you're not making contact.
Right, exactly.
And that was what happened right there with that defender. I don't know if that was great defense or not, but certainly he waved his hands, deflected the ball.
Well, what you do is you look at the receiver, and if they
Their eyes
look
go
back
up.
and their eyes get big, you know the ball's coming.
That was Zeke Smith defending that play for Kelso, knocking the ball out of the sky, just waving his arms, and he got it.
Yeah, he got
it. And it was well within the rules. It was not making contact with the receiver. That brings up 3rd and 20.
Trips right. There was trips right.
What's your 3rd and 29 play? That's Silva. Silva running, and he gets hit.
Boy.
He gets hit by number 11.
That's a lot of running to lose.
The quarterback's brother, Hunter Latier, went ahead and struck him.
That's a lot of running to lose 3 yards, you know.
Got to get your exercise in.
Hey.
Yeah, I talked to Tara. Yeah, I set up. Yeah, we're going to set that up. Mm-hmm. Yep. That's Pat McCarthy. And when the big boss talks, Tony, I talk to the big boss.
Yes.
Some things just don't change. 7:28 to go in the third quarter.
Acknowledge the job that Pat and AJ and Tara are doing to have pulled this whole thing off. In particular, with everything that's going on in the state, the mandates, and the number of teams and players that they have to be in contact with, and coaches and athletic directors. And so it was just really an outstanding job.
We have to give it to you for pulling off some of these sandwiches, Tony. I just had the chicken strip sandwich, and it's really 7 minutes and 11 seconds to go in the third quarter. It is Kelso 14, Nooksack Valley 0. I'm enjoying some of the delicious food that Tony B has brought to the broadcast center up here at Memorial Stadium.
What's it to your mouth?
There we go. I was
he was eating a sandwich.
I didn't want to have the people hear me eating.
Smacking.
You put the game on hold for a second.
Yeah, that's called smacking.
2nd
and 40. Here comes Kelso. Latier back to pass. He's looking down the field. He is going to go ahead and
he's got an arm.
He does.
That's a good D.
Receiver number 2.
No, that's a good play. Man, he's got an arm. Boy, man, that ball.
Zeke Smith had his man beat, and at the very last second, the Nooksack Valley defender got up and deflected the pass, and they went up together. And a nicely thrown ball at
tight,
here.
no wobble, tight spiral. Tight spiral online. Man, that was good.
The sky is starting to open up a little bit. Just some nice, clear blue sky. It's just a beautiful night here at Memorial Stadium. Wish you could be here, everyone.
Oh, nice.
Handoff goes to the running back, number 3.
3, yeah.
That's Connor Noah with the carry. He picks up 5 yards. And I'll tell you what, that hard-working offensive line of Kelso, number 57, Coda Woodard, a little slow to get up.
Yep.
And he comes up, takes himself a little breather, being replaced by number 64 for Kelso.
There you
And
go.
I'm trying to find these names and numbers so the parents can hear who are listening, let your kids know that you're playing.
Yep.
And but they're exchanging some bodies in there to make sure that they've got 11 men on the field. 3rd down and 5. Latier barking the signals. Throws out to his brother. Who accelerates up. That's number 11, the receiver. That was actually Colby Cooper.
First down.
And I am sorry, Hunter Latier. You know something? Colby Cooper and Hunter Latier wear the same number. They both wear number 11. At least they're listed as number 11. And so I'm gonna say that he threw it to his brother.
Okay,
Latier. Let's just say that. We'll go with it. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. We have a fullback up right next to the quarterback and a tailback, and the ball is handed to the tailback. That's Connor Noah.
Yep.
And he dances around. He probably picked up about 3 yards.
3 yards.
Carry. Nice little simple dive play.
Yep. Just direct handoff, simple dive.
Mono blocking up front, and he picks up about 2 yards.
Yep.
Picks up 6 feet. And we should all be familiar with the 6 feet mandate. Let me tell you. 6 feet away from each other. 5:43 to go in the third quarter. Kelso 14, Nooksack Valley nothing. It looks like
bad snap.
A snap that rolled back to the quarterback.
Bad
the quarterback
snap.
Picked it up. Latier picks it up, and he's just thrown by the Nooksack Valley.
That was going to be a pitch, but that ball was so low he couldn't pitch it.
Was trying to run the option.
Options back to the left side.
Like you said, a bad snap can ruin a lot of things.
It throws
the
everything
timing of the
off.
pass, but I'll tell you what, it really throws off the timing of the option.
Yep, it does. Exactly.
That's exactly what happened there.
Yep, exactly. It was going to be pitch sweep left. Wide side of the field.
Latier brings him up. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left, fullback, tailback. He's gonna run he just runs it himself. And he gets clobbered by number 3, and that had to be. That's the hit we're trying to keep out of football.
Targeting.
That is the hit we're trying to keep out of football. That's helmet-to-helmet contact. That was obvious from right here.
Yep.
And Latier's going to get 15 yards tacked onto that, and they'll probably go check it to make sure his cobwebs are still in order. But just an unfortunate. You know, that's the thing about playing defense. You got to keep your head down, and you got to keep your head up so you can see, and then keep the shoulder in position to make the tackle, not the helmet.
That's exactly what it is. Roll your hips, slide your head, use your shoulder, and wrap him up.
Not the helmet, not the helmet anymore.
Right.
And it was pretty obvious. And then they go ahead, and Nooksack Valley's moving back.
Yep.
And here comes a call right now. They put the fist to the head.
Yep.
And that is the helmet-to-helmet contact. The stuff we were trying to keep out of football, I know a lot of people are concerned, and we've had the movie, and we as coaches in particular, we want to keep the kids safe.
Yep.
And it's so important to keep them safe.
CTE, which is a diagnostic equivalent of brain damage.
That play didn't look real well, and Latier gets driven back by the Nooksack Valley defense. Another flag comes out.
I think we got a hold.
I think you're right. Don't think that play ever really got and Steve Amarine, he is really preaching that. He's sitting there like, what in the world would we? We certainly did not
hold it
very well there.
Right. It was when you see guys crowded around like that and nobody's moving, somebody's grabbing, you know.
I think that the funny thing too, it's so as a coach, and you know this, I mean, all the drills in the world, but when you're in the game, you know, you
got to do,
and the guys are just a little bit quicker in your concentration.
Yeah.
And you know, we talk about skill positions and being the backs and the receivers, but offensive line is a real skill position.
Yep.
You have to be able to bounce off your feet and block the man in front of you, and sometimes you get off late.
Yep, exactly. And you grab.
There's Connor Noah
nice hole,
with a nice
God,
hole, a nice fighting run. He gets away from 2 defenders.
Oh my gosh, he's gone.
And there he goes into the end zone.
My gosh.
A 26-yard touchdown run by Connor Noah, number 3.
They had him, and
Kelso.
they didn't wrap him up. They had him, and they did not wrap him up.
Nooksack Valley had him in the backfield. They had him a couple times down the field as he was scampering around, and he just busted through the tackles. And that, my friend, is a little bit one part conditioning, one part weight room.
And desire is there, too.
Well, the other thing, too, is that, and Coach Bartle talked about it, you know, they only have about 30 players over there, so probably have a couple freshmen, sophomores on. Probably have 24 guys that are going to play in the game. they're a little bit tired at this point.
Yeah.
And I know myself, Coach. You get out there and you're chasing those plays down. You get tired in the third quarter.
Well, it wears you out. Then psychologically, when you get behind, it just becomes that even more of an uphill battle. But I mean, you got to wrap him up. These guys, again, we've seen it so many times, Juan, and you coach. Kids trying to butt guys off, knock them off, but not wrapping up. It just
remember we were playing Lakeside one night 12 years ago, and the great Eric Anderson, who actually played 3 years at Washington State for us at Highline, and he missed a tackle against Lakeside, and he came up to me, and he was playing our starting quarterback, starting free safety, sweating, and we were trying to pump him full of fluids, and he looked at me in the eye and said, "Sorry, Coach, I missed that tackle." I said, "Eric, it's okay, man." See if we can get you hydrated.
Yeah, get back in and get back in. Yeah,
I just need you to get back in there. We only got 5 more minutes to play, brother.
Yeah. Well, Jerry, who's this? Jerry?
They play so hard. The kids play so hard, Coach.
Lakeside had a kid, Jerry. What was his last name? Very good, Jerry Allen or something like that.
Yes,
good kid, highly rated too.
You are listening to Juan Cotto. You are listening to Coach John Yasutaki. You are in the shadow of the Space Needle as the sun is going down.
But it's out.
It's beautiful.
It's beautiful.
Absolutely beautiful.
As you say, azure sky,
azure blue sky with puffer billy clouds.
Yeah.
The great Dave Niehaus and rest in peace.
Uh-oh.
Dave.
He got to sing.
Nooksack Valley's return man takes that ball. That's number 3, and he took the ball all the way across the field.
Hit out of bounds.
And unfortunately, I don't have his number, but he ran that ball. He got blocking from his right side of his kickoff team, and he was able to go 53 yards across the field and pick up about 12 or 13. But guess what?
I think it's going to be hit out of bounds.
I think we have a hanky laying on the ground.
Yeah, it may be hit out of bounds.
And typical of early season football, third week, of course, but typical. And I think both teams are playing their third game, Coach. A lot of yellow flags.
Targeting.
Oh, did they give him a helmet? Helmet. Yeah.
Targeting. So
that's going to give him 15 yards.
15 yards.
Well, they have really been emphasizing this over the last decade. And about when I was coaching and finishing Highline back in the 2012 season, there were a couple misses on the targeting, but I'll tell you what, they've really cleaned that up, haven't they?
Yeah, they have.
It's going to become commonplace. Here comes Nooksack Valley in a shotgun formation, 2 receivers to the right, 2 receivers to the left, handoff to the running back. That's Silva. Silva makes a nice little move and then runs into a wall of defenders for Kelso. 4 minutes and 2 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Kelso up 21-0, and we'll see what Nooksack Valley's made out of.
And it's 21-0, and it still seems like Nooksack Valley and Kelso are playing even. To me, it doesn't seem like one team's dominating the other.
Nooksack Valley comes to the line of scrimmage. They've got 3 wide receivers in a trips.
They're in a trips left. Yeah.
Single receiver to the right. Yeah. Fullback is offset of the quarterback's right. Quarterback, great footwork, fake pumps.
Nice pass.
Of the field. And he goes down, the ball comes out. But it's recovered. It is recovered by Nooksack Valley. So Kelso looking very much like the Seattle Seahawks there, reaching, fighting, and stripping for that football.
Yep. But they got a first down out of it.
They sure did.
Yep. Wrap the ball up.
That came over there? Yeah. Just a little bit to the right or to the left. Move the camera over here. There we go. Camera's all up.
They're in a spread. They back.
Are 3 receivers to the left of the quarterback, and quarterback is kind of scrambling, gambling, and he goes down. Scrambling, gambling, and goes down. Brought down by the whole
max blitz. It was a max blitz by Kelso, man.
But a bunch of guys wearing 70 for Kelso there. 76, 74, and 72 got him.
And about 3 linebackers.
Call those numbers out. That's Matt Swanson there. 76 is Brody Mackin. And let me tell you something, Coach Yasutaki. I don't want to be hit by all 3 of those guys at the same time. That's a lot of weight on the scale.
They're running a 5. Oh, they're blitzing again. They ran the Mike linebacker. Oh, he got through.
But he makes the catch. What a throw. What a throw by the quarterback.
Under duress. Hey,
Kingma makes the catch.
Nice.
Number 6, Kingma on a corner route. Then that's a perfectly designed. That was like an air raid route. The inside receiver. We call it a smash route.
Right. How he got that pass off is it's amazing.
He stepped into it too.
Yeah.
3 receivers to his right, 1 to his left. Fullback the tailback just to his left. Another big max blitz. He throws another corner route, and this time it's intercepted by number 14 for Kelso, who's running up the left sideline. He starts to accelerate at the 25-yard line. He's pulled down at the 30. So another drive snuffed out the play. Judah Calixte with the interception right at the goal line. He decided to run it out, and he ran it up to the 30-yard line, and he's driven out of bounds. They're going to call it the 26, but another Nooksack Valley drive stalls.
On a bad throw. It was a throw under.
Just couldn't get the ball out there far enough.
Right.
And that is the thing with young quarterbacks, high school quarterbacks. You just have to trust they can run under it. He tried to throw it to him as opposed to having him run a little bit, and just couldn't get the ball there. And they reward Calixte. They reward Calixte by putting him in the backfield. And Judah Calixte
7 yards.
Picks up 7 yards, so they figured, hey, man, you intercepted it. We'll let you run a little bit. Tote the rock, Judah.
Yeah, that's too bad. They were moving the ball very effectively, Nooksack Valley, on that long pass, too.
2nd down and 4. They're directly in line with the Space Needle for where I'm sitting. You notice that we're right in line with the Space Needle and with that play. They're on the 33-yard line. It's about 2nd and 4. Calixte in the backfield with Latier. And he takes the ball. He breaks off to his left. He finds a little bit of an avenue, runs up, and he is finally dragged down, but not until he gains 8 yards and a first down for Kelso.
It's up to the 40, so, yeah, that was a good run. First down.
Got a little bit of a timeout called as Calixte is slow to get up, and Calixte's not doing well, and they're going to check on him. Everyone's running over to go see how he's doing. Everyone's taking a knee, and Calixte's got his hands up by his helmet. That's the only thing about this game we love so much, Coach. Boy, every once in a while you get cracked.
Yep.
And the helmet's coming off, and he's definitely got some issues he's dealing with over there. The coaching staff is talking to him, and they come up all the way here from Kelso, and they're taking a look at what they've got going on. We hopefully get some of the training staff down there to take a look at it.
It looks like it could be his leg, knee, ankle.
It always feels worse when you're down there, too. So he's probably a little scared right now. He's taking his helmet off, and he's kind of sitting up. Made the interception down on the goal line. They brought him back as a tailback. Connor Noah has been running a lot tonight, and they went ahead and gave Calixte the ball, and now he gets up, and that's a good sign. That's a real good sign. He's just they're having him take his time. The head football coach is standing right there next to him. It's always good when you get your head coach with you. And he's walking it off on his own.
Yeah,
he's trying to walk it off. Now he's going to go ahead and use the coaches as a crutch. So it looks like it's a left ankle. It's a little ginger.
Yep. Very gingerly.
And a nice round of applause was happening. And but they're giving him some support. He's just trying to keep all that pressure off the left ankle.
Yep.
And here he comes. Here comes Judah Calixte off the field. He's about to approach the right hash mark, and then they will. What a tough run that was, and good to see him at least walking off the field. And I'm sure they'll tape that back up, and if he's able, they might bring him back out there. This is Juan Cotto. This is John Yasutaki, and obviously last night boy, I tell you, just. One of the spectators fell down the steps about, I'd say 15 feet away from us.
Yeah.
Such a scary moment in last night's O'Day game versus Lake Stevens. And we're hoping, I got to check in with my O'Day buddies to find out what happened to that person. But we're hoping that she's okay. And obviously we're hoping that Judah Calixte's okay.
Yep.
Connor Noah back in the ball game. He takes a run, and he just fires in the middle of the line. I mean, talk about running like a man possessed. And he just goes ahead and gets drilled by the Nooksack Valley defense, and this Nooksack Valley defense, we tell you, they're They're not little, are they? I mean,
No,
they're not big, but they're not little. Some strong kids. They spend a little bit of time in the weight room and pushing some weight around. They push some iron around, and they get in there and they kind of get after it.
As they say, farm boys.
2nd down and 8. Flip out to Latier. Flips it out.
Oh my gosh!
Missed tackle.
Oh,
this guy's
missed
really
tackle.
quick.
Yes,
That's his brother, isn't that? That's Latier's brother.
he's got a little bit of foot speed, man.
That's actually Colby Cooper. 2 number 11s on this roster. We have Hunter Latier. Actually, Hunter Latier's 15, so Hunter Latier's the quarterback.
Right.
And they put him in number 11, but that's Colby Cooper, number 11. Colby Cooper's got a little bit of wheels, and he certainly showed him on that play a pickup of about 16 yards and a first down for Kelso.
Yeah.
8 seconds ago, snap to Latier. He gives the ball to Colby. Colby, there he goes. Colby Connor.
Yeah.
That was a nice run right there.
Simple handoff. That A gap, O gap, A gap, B gap, A gap.
Connor Noah. Please accept my apologies. Yep. Connor Noah runs right up the middle, and he picks up another first down for the Kelso Highlanders. And after 3 quarters, it is Kelso 21, Nooksack Valley, just trying to figure out how to get in the end zone.
Yep. Kelso's moving the ball.
You are listening to Juan Cotto. You are listening to Coach John Yasutaki with support from Daniel Bellis in the shadows of the Space Needle on a beautiful Saturday evening.
Since this is a football game, is he our athletic supporter?
He is our broadcast supporter.
Okay.
Because Daniel is far more than an athletic supporter. Yeah. Daniel is the host of the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air on Rainier Avenue Radio.
So you guys, we're actually going to go to Tony B right now. Go to Tony B.
This is Tony B, and I have joining me Shay Steinbach, head coach for the cheer squad at Kelso. It's got to feel good to be back out here doing this again.
Oh my gosh, it's so fun. The girls are loving every minute being out here. We traveled from Longview or Kelso today, so they're just happy to be here because our game got canceled last night with the Oregon team. So we were just happy we were able to find someone to play us and be here tonight.
Well, welcome to Seattle. Welcome to the Memorial Classic. Let's talk about what goes into preparing for the season, and what's involved in that. And it's got to be pretty time-consuming, and they make a commitment.
Yes, we practiced most of the summer. We only had a 2-week off. The whole summer we practiced Monday through Friday, 8 to 10 or 8 to 11 when it came closer to the season. We conditioned every day for a half hour. We practiced jumps, kicks. We practiced all the dances and chants and crowd involvements because it's a lot of material, as you can see, that it's a lot of work.
Anything you want to say, and if you want to give a special cheer to everybody watching you?
Yeah, we're super happy to be here. The girls are excited to be here. We're thankful to be here and appreciate every moment. The girls are loving it here. We have a beautiful stadium. We have the Space Needle. So awesome. Yeah, so thank you so much for recognizing our girls.
All right, thank you. Back to you, Juan.
We are back here at the ball game, and I tell you, Coach Yasutaki, one of the reasons why I ended up coaching high school football, I heard the band one night playing out at a local high school game, and it was such a fun experience.
Yeah.
And I said to myself, geez, the cheerleaders and the bands make it such a fun time, and I'm just so glad to see that Tony takes the time to give the cheerleaders and the band directors and people their due.
The spirit.
It's such an important part of high school football.
Nice cut.
As Connor Noah
touchdown
takes a handoff after a couple of plays that were really close, and one where he actually fumbled.
Yep.
But the man who recovered the ball was out of bounds.
Right.
They just go ahead and take the ball at the 4-yard line. He makes a nifty little run.
Yep. Nice cut.
Running right between the A gap once again.
A gap.
And they've been kind of going to that play all night with that veteran offensive line. And Connor Noah scores another touchdown. It is Kelso 27, Nooksack Valley 0. The extra point attempt. Colby with the hold. The kick is true by Smith, and that makes it 28-0. Kelso over Nooksack with 11 minutes and 9 seconds to go. Now the question becomes, can Nooksack Valley score? Can the Pioneers get on the board?
Yep. And can they keep Kelso from scoring again? But, this kid runs well. I mean, I would say, is an instinctive runner because he makes cuts very much.
Coach Amrin said that their goal for the year was to finish. We want to finish. They certainly have been finishing. We'll see if Nooksack Valley can finish a drive.
Yep.
They've been close on 2 occasions and ended up with turnovers each time.
Right. Yep.
Rainier Avenue Radio, your community radio station, our community radio station. The stories of our kids playing sports.
Yep.
We have talk. We have entertainment. And oh, yeah. Did I say we have talk?
Oh, yes.
We have great shows. We have a lot of interesting talk. We have a lot of political talk. Oh, have we had some political talk during this election season coming up here in the city of Seattle, talking about the issues of homelessness and the police and the wealthy.
Economic recovery, etc. Yes.
Oh my
yes,
goodness!
Yes.
So lots of chatter on that. And if you like political chatter, and if you don't want to listen to the talking heads on TV who seem to say the same thing over and over and over again,
and
listen to your neighbors.
We are local. We
Yes.
are here. We're not in D.C. We're not in
right.
Alabama. We're here.
Right, we're right here, and we have some very, very special issues.
Yep.
And we have some very interesting people.
Yeah,
man. Let me tell you.
Exactly.
I'm
Nice.
still waiting on the John and Juan show.
Oh boy, wouldn't that be something else? But we want to keep on the radio.
Oh, reverse. Oh, he's
Nice
down.
little
Oh.
run as a reverse comes, and here goes.
Oh, he's
acceleration.
gone. Oh,
I
he's
think
gone.
we're going to see a Nooksack Valley score.
Yes,
I
we
don't
are.
see a flag at the 5. Touchdown!
Touchdown.
Nooksack Valley
On a reverse.
That's Silva. Silva, number 4.
Yep.
The running back, who's Jordan Silva, on the reverse.
It was a slow developing reverse, but once he got upfield, he kicked it into 5th gear.
And I believe because the score is 28-0, I believe that he put in the second unit, the JV kickoff team, and
Yeah.
that is what happens when you let up in high school football.
Yes.
And on the reverse, Jordan Silva takes it. He breaks a couple tackles around the 20-yard line.
And
he accelerated at 30, and then 70 yards later, he had outrun everybody.
Yep. And no flags. No flags.
Caleb Kingmay comes in to try this extra point. Let's see if he can get this to make it a 7 spot, and that'll make the bus ride a little bit better on the way. And yes, it is. It's a 7. It's a 7. Kingman's extra point is true.
And think about this. Had Kelso not able to score those last 2 scores, this game would be very close.
Correct. And if think about it, if Kelso hadn't scored any points,
right.
Nooksack Valley would be in the lead.
Yeah, right. Yeah, of course. But
Rainier Avenue Radio, Juan Cotto, Coach John Yasutaki, under the shadow of the Space Needle.
And like I said, Kelso got the advantage of the misplays on special teams, Nooksack Valley.
Hear more of this. We're going to get that John and Juan show going for you. All right.
Want to congratulate my friend Jimmy Lake and the University of Washington Huskies.
They won.
Tough couple of weeks over there at Montlake, but the Jimmy Lake show got a victory. And let me tell you something: if they didn't get that one, there would have been some honking going on. The Husky honks and
Jimmy Lake would have been in the lake.
Woo, I think we would have had to. Yeah, I think we would have been fishing for the body. Pull them out of there. So congratulations, guys! And they got a big win today. And Dylan Morris and everybody played well. And Heward even got in the ball game. So
that's what I heard.
Another onside kick. They should get on that because he can pick it up and run with it.
Yep.
Yeah. So the onside kick, and it's really interesting because the kids aren't playing multiple sports anymore.
No.
So they're not really. They have the soccer skills.
Yes.
And he hit that ball forward. The ball hit the point
And turned
bounced
back,
right.
back, and it bounced backward.
Yeah. And so there's the penalty.
Yeah, it is.
And they're going to get that ball where it went out of bounds at around the 40-yard. I mean, how often do you see that a ball that goes backwards?
Okay, I'm at Shoreline College. We kicked the ball off, but our kicker scuffed it. It rolls to the sideline. UPS guy picks it up, and we catch him down on the 20.
Yeah.
A lineman. And he took that ball on almost like on an onside kick and ran it back on us, and we had to catch him. And I said, "What are we doing? This is a lineman." And he almost scored on us. I said, "I have never seen that." I saw that on TV last year. Lineman got the ball on the kickoff, and it was the onside kick. Took it in for a score.
You know something, and linemen don't like to brag about that kind of stuff either.
Yeah, right.
Oh my goodness! I mean, this with the 5-yard penalty, it ends up being a negative 7 yard kick.
Yes.
So now the ball is on the Nooksack Valley 33.
Yep.
Latier rolls to his right, being chased. He throws.
He's open.
And he had a receiver there, and it just glances
Open.
right off his hands.
Man, he's wide open.
That was number 2, Zeke Smith, and the ball went through his gloves.
Yep. Gloves.
We saw that last night with our man Pettigrew.
Yep.
Wyatt Pettigrew changed his gloves and dropped that first ball, but made interceptions and made some big catches.
Yep.
Just barehanded. Who needs the tackification?
No, that's good. That's a good term.
2nd and 10, ball on the 33.
You just created a word.
I did. I just made that up. I think I may have heard somebody on ESPN say that. Might have been Peyton Manning, actually. 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Here comes Latier running to his right.
Pitch. There it is. There it is.
Nice
option.
little pitch.
Oh, nice.
That was nice little speed option.
Right.
Mawan, I don't know what you said, but in the words of Muhammad Ali, if it's good, that's me.
Then it's me, ladies and gentlemen.
Tackification or like trickeration or something like that. Tackification. That's good. I like that.
Bannock Allen. I like that name. Bannock.
Actually, that run looked like it was going to gain more yards, and they stuffed it pretty good.
He picks up 2, Bannock, 3rd down and about 7. You hand off to Bannock Allen, and he runs into the Nooksack and drags a couple of defenders with him, picks up another maybe
couple
4
yards,
or 5 yards.
couple yards. Yep.
That was a tough run by Bannock.
Yep.
And Bannock is a little dude, but he's a tough little guy.
Yep.
In there.
Well, it
9:49 to go, 4th quarter. Nooksack Valley comes up with a touchdown on a kickoff return.
I'm looking at Nooksack Valley. A lot of those guys have their hands on their hips. It's a little bit of wear on them.
A
right now.
1A school versus a 3A school, and a storied 3A school as Kelso is.
Yep.
3 receivers to his left. Latier throws.
Nice.
It is caught.
Nice.
It is caught by his wide receiver, flanker number 11. That's Colby Cooper.
First down.
He gets the first down at the 20-yard line, so give him a gain of about 8 yards.
I think the advantage of the 3A school size and depth is wearing.
It is.
It's wearing.
No question about that. $9:19. Space Needle, north elevator coming down. Here comes Bannock with the ball.
Nice
Bannock
run.
pinballs through the line.
Boy.
Gets himself a nice little run in there.
Boy.
Bannock Allen for about 4 yards.
He hits that hole.
He does. He runs hard.
Hard, man.
There's no question about that.
That means as a lineman, you got to get your butt out of the way because he's going to run up your back. So you got to make your
It's a high standard by the coaching staff when your players run hard like that.
Yep.
Straight downhill, get the ball and blast through the hole.
And linemen learn. They got to get out the way. They got to get on their block and move that guy because they're going to get run over.
8:42 to go. Kelso driving. See if they can put up another touchdown. They're up 28-7 over Nooksack Valley. Snap, nice little fake
reverse
by
out.
Latier, throws. He's got a man, and it's over his head.
Yeah.
That was the wide receiver number 11. That was Colby Cooper. Colby Cooper, number 11, went over his head, and he took a little shot in the legs there.
Yep.
Kind of flipped over. That was kind of a nice little cool flip that he did. Rainier Avenue Radio.world. Juan Cotto, John Yasutaki. Could you imagine a political talk show with us?
Yes. I mean,
something else. 2 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Guys,
they're crowding the line. I think you're going to have an offside or encroachment.
No, they're going to call motion. They're going to call a legal procedure on the offense.
Because they flinched.
He
probably.
sure did.
They flinched when they looked like they were coming.
It threw off the blocking scheme, didn't it? They were trying to jump to their protection side and got off a little early. Latier gets the call.
Yep. With the score the way it is, you got to do something on defense to change up the momentum. You've got to put pressure on, do something. You just can't sit there in a vanilla front base D and just you can't do it.
8 minutes, 26 seconds go in the.
Oh, they're blitzing. They got
quarter.
two guys coming in.
Latier back to pass.
Oh, nice pass.
He threw a nice ball up.
Another hanky.
Another one comes out, and he actually hit the left tackle in the chest with that flag. So might have been on him.
Yeah.
Let's see. That was a nice ball by Latier.
It was holding.
Zeke Smith makes a nice catch on that football, but I think this is coming back. They're conversing. I tell you, that hat, the hat the referee's got on, the white hat.
Yeah,
it looks like he just picked that up. That's a really white hat.
Yeah.
Sometimes they get a little dingy. That one is not.
What is he called? Well, he wears a white hat. He's the umpire, right?
He's the referee.
I'm sorry. Yeah, he's the referee.
8 minutes, 18 seconds to go. 28 for Kelso, 7 for Nooksack. Nooksack Valley. Everton, Washington, up near the border.
Near the border.
Tony got a little bit of a geography lesson in Washington State today.
Yes, he did. They're blitzing.
Latier sets up the screen.
He's got to
set
up.
The ball. He runs to his right. He tries to get to the sideline. He's bottled up by the Nooksack defenders. And on 3rd and 25, it looks like he picks up about 9. So that's going to be 4th and 25 to go. Ball's going to be on the 27, 28-yard line.
That's a pretty good chunk. They had it set up pretty good, though.
Pardon me, that ball goes down to the 25-yard line, so it's about 4th and 12.
So what do you think, guys? Jay Yeezy and Juan Cozy.
Hey. You have to talk to our agents. Latier.
Blitz again.
4-step drop, throws the ball to his right.
Oh,
what a catch in the end zone.
Touchdown.
What a catch. The adjustment is made by number 11, Colby Cooper. He was running the fly pattern. He put on the brakes and just made a better adjustment than the defensive back did. And that is the 34th point for Kelso. It's Kelso 34, Nooksack Valley 7. Great catch by Colby Cooper, just hitting the brakes.
Hey, I'm going to tell you, that guy was open a couple series ago. That same pattern was open. He just couldn't get the ball out there. He threw underneath. But that was open.
Smith on to tack on the extra point with 7:27 to go. And it is now Kelso 35, the Nooksack Valley 7. They went and got a little bit of score after the botch attempt on the onside kick. And they had a short field to go. They went 34 yards, actually went 36 yards for the touchdown. And I didn't get the number of plays. But 7 minutes, 27 seconds.
It was 5 plays.
5 plays.
And they had a 4th down. So, I mean, it's like really took advantage of it.
You are listening to Juan Cotto. You are listening to John Yasutaki. You are listening to Rainier Avenue Radio.world. I am looking up at the Space Needle. I'm looking south, and the Space Needle is right in our view. I see people up there.
Right.
They're probably. I'm going to wave at them to see if they're listening to the broadcast. They probably are.
There goes the elevator now.
I tell you, if you have been like me and you've been in your primary residence waiting out the pandemic for the last 18 months, it is so nice to be outside. I just remember being stuck last year and watching high school football games from Texas. And they were challenging the pandemic at the time. And we in Washington State decided not to have football season after the people started getting vaccines, and we had a spring season, but it's not the same. It's not the same as being out here in the fall. And such a great thing for the community and such a great thing for the kids, for us.
Oh, misplay again.
Kick goes past the return man, and Kelso bottles the return man up at the 5-yard line. It was just like in the Super Bowl many years ago with San Francisco and Cincinnati, and Ray Wershing, if you remember that name.
Yep.
Kicks that ball down the field. Cincinnati couldn't pick it up. Nooksack Valley does pick this ball up, but after it landed on the 5-yard line,
just like
Kelso goes down there and crushes them.
Just like at the other end of the field, they misplay the kick. As the kick returns.
First and 10, the Nooksack Valley Pioneers at the 5. 7 minutes and 12 seconds to go, fourth quarter. And you hear the cheerleaders in the background. One of the things we love about Rainier Avenue Radio, in such an important part of the game, no one remembers how much time these kids put in as cheerleaders and as band members. And Tony B talks to them and makes them feel special. How about that? Yeah. As the pass is complete to the right side of the Nooksack Valley formation, the little split end number
first down.
3.
Looks like it's the first down. Mm-hmm. Pretty close.
He picks up 9 yards, and they're going to call it 10.
Yeah, first down.
Your eyes are good. That was good. You
have
the binoculars. That's why.
They had him stop, but 2 guys whiffed at him, and he ran right to him, right between them.
Back to pass. He looks to his left. I think he's going to run this one, and he does. But Nooksack Valley is there.
Yeah.
And gobbles him up. 6:55, 6:54. Joseph Brown is the quarterback for Nooksack Valley. Number 12. He's not on the roster. I just heard the special events announcer upstairs. This gentleman who is brought is speaking upstairs, the voice coming out of the loudspeaker, he's been doing this for a long time, hasn't he?
Oh, yeah.
He's been here at the stadium for a long time. Would like to get his name as Joseph Brown's pass is complete.
Penalty flag.
A penalty comes out, and I think he hit the helmet of one of the Kelso players. Joseph Brown is down there at the 3-yard line. He's bent over.
Something happened.
He's picked some tape up, and he's now starting to walk to get the signal. But that didn't feel good, whatever happened to him. Nooksack Valley. I've got just about every number on the roster except the guys I want. There's just one number off, and they
roughing the passer.
It was a roughing call.
Yep.
So that's going to move. That's going to be 15 yards, and on top of the reception, that's going to move the ball out towards the 40-yard line. Matter of fact, let's call it the 40-yard line. So first and 10. Brown brings his guys to the line of scrimmage. Hand off to
they got in there.
Silva, and boy, had lots of penetration.
Yeah, a lot of penetration. Yep.
That doesn't go very far. So that is a loss of 3. It'll be second down and about 13 to go. And Nooksack Valley gets their play in. Joseph Brown brings him line of scrimmage. He's got 2 receivers to choose from, to his left, 1 to his right. And this time they jump. He got him on. He probably changed the cadence a little bit. Whatever he did is going to earn them 5 yards, and that'll make this 2nd and 9 now.
Well, it was clearly going to be a blitz because the linebacker came flying through there unabated. But, hey, it's a 5-yard penalty for encroachment.
Famous notable alumni out of Nooksack High School, Joe Cipriano, a college basketball head coach at the University of Idaho, is from Nooksack Valley. As that pass from Brown is picked off. Brown's pass is picked off.
All right. And I think, isn't that the same Slippery Joe Cipriano that ended up coaching out of Nebraska?
I think that is.
And he recruited 2 guys from Garfield to go down there. Charlie Green, the sprinter, and Willie Campbell, the basketball player.
Joe Cipriano was the college head coach at University of Idaho and Nebraska.
Yep.
Led Washington to the 1953 Final Four as a player.
Yep.
And I missed the 1953 Final Four, so I didn't get a chance to see that.
Well, I was 5 years old, so
And that's Slippery Joe Cipriano.
Yep. He recruited in the Pacific Northwest, which is really interesting.
Tom Ackerman, the center for the New Orleans Saints.
Yeah.
He also is from Nooksack Valley. And TJ Ackerman, a tackle for the Toronto Argonauts. Also in the 1990s, is from Nooksack Valley. So Nooksack
CFL.
Valley loves their football.
Yeah, CFL.
They've got some
NFL.
players up there.
Yep.
5-17, 5-16. Kelso, 2nd and 10. They plunged one up the middle, didn't get much. Here we go. We have now 2nd and 10. 5:08 to go in the ball game. Latier is letting the clock run all the way down there. 19. I see what he's doing. He's got his eyes on the clock. He's going to snap it when the clock gets down to about 3. No, he snaps it now. Pitch out to that man, Bannock. Bannock turns
Nice
it
cut.
up.
He cut upfield.
He got everything spread
Yep,
out, saw
yep.
lane, ran for it, and he picks up the first down. No, he doesn't run. He's about 2 yards short. But a nice, tough run by little Bannock Allen. 4:34 to go in the ball game.
Who do we think is going to be the offensive player?
I think I was going to say Connor Noah.
Yeah.
Let me see what I said. Was it?
Yeah.
Offensive player of the game was Nooksack Valley number 4, and Kelso number 4. Defensive player number 14. Okay, so we're getting those back. So Nooksack Valley number 4. That's Jordan Silva. He will be the offensive player of the game. As the toss is out there to number 9 for
the first down.
He did, picking that up. That is Tyler Hayes with the catch and the run for the first down for Kelso.
They, like I said, they look pretty efficient on those short pass game that they have.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah,
and you called that before the game, and we saw them working at it down here on the
as they warmed up,
the east end zone warming up, and we figured that would come into play, and it has. And they also have a very good quarterback. Latier is a kid who really gets the ball quickly and throws it out there.
You got it.
Snap, and the give is to Bannock Allen. Allen runs to his left, and he is he takes a little bit of a pop there. Knocked him out of bounds.
He gained about 6 yards.
He did, though. Yeah, he sure did with the speed.
Yeah,
like I said, Bannock isn't the biggest guy, but
he's got some quicks.
He's got little quicks, and he's a kid who spends an inordinate amount of time in the weight room, as you can tell.
Yep. And you see what he did? Got knocked out of bounds, bounced right back up.
3 minutes, 12 seconds to go. Fourth quarter. Kelso up 35-7. It's been a much closer game than that. It's funny, you would think it was a blowout,
right.
and the score indicates one thing, but we've seen this, and just a couple of plays here as Bannock Allen goes up the middle, and he gets drilled, didn't he?
Yeah, he got drilled, but he squirted two there, he head and shoulder through, and almost got a first down out of it, so it was third and very short. Yep.
Today's executive producer has been Daniel Bellis.
Yes.
Today's key grip has been Daniel Bellis.
Yes.
Today's marketing director has been Daniel Bellis.
Lighting?
Daniel Bellis. The
audio?
Daniel Bellis. The Cryon generator? Daniel Bellis. The
you said grips, huh?
I said the key grip and the associate key grip has been Daniel Bellis. Bannock Allen goes in and takes a carry.
They have the other term, best boy. Is he our best boy? That's the term they use.
I haven't watched them. I'm not. I just don't know what that position does, and so I'm.
It's on. And when you shoot a movie, you have a best boy.
I will say that the gaffer.
Yeah, the gaffer
is another one. Yeah. I'm not going to say Daniel is our gaffer.
We don't have a boom. We don't have a boom mic, so he's not a boom mic operator.
This cannot be replayed or reproduced without the express written consent of Major League Baseball Commissioner's Office. 2:06 to go. Kelso 35, Nooksack Valley 7.
Again.
Bad snap, and that's kind of a mess up play in the backfield.
But he's still getting
some
yards.
yards.
Oh my gosh.
Number 6.
Oh my gosh.
Not giving up on the play.
It looks like Nooksack Valley's a little bit tired.
Well, they're tired.
Yeah.
They
look at them. Yeah.
They're
war.
Down here. They've got 30 kids on their sideline.
Hands on their hips.
And they
walking slow. Yeah.
I will say this about Nooksack Valley, as I did about Val Baker last night.
They scrap them.
They are kids who came out here to play a football game. I'm sure that they will have a successful season. Yeah. And I would love to be there for that Mount Baker versus Nooksack Valley game. That's going
that's going to be a brown.
That's a fun community contest up there. So there definitely is a rivalry up there. Coach Bartle was telling us that's a big game for them.
Northwest League 1A. Very good.
Snap to number 6 for Kelso. Kelso snap comes in to Logan Hyatt. Logan Hyatt, a 5'10", 165-pound sophomore. Just taking the direct snap and running into the line. And with 56 seconds to go, we will say that there's about
one play left. One play left. Don't throw the ball. Don't throw the ball. Keep it on the ground.
41 seconds. Here we go.
Last play of the game.
We see Judah Calixte down on the sideline. He's got his ankle up on the Gatorade deal, and he's got a little bit of the thing with his ankle going on, and he's going to get that taken care of as Connor Noah gets driven back. No, that wasn't Noah. That was number 28, Kurt Warner.
Yeah, 28. Yeah, Kurt Warner.
That's when you know you're old. All these players you see.
You're right.
Mind the other players. I see 80, it's Steve Largent, 28, Kurt Warner, 17, Dave Craig.
Dave Craig, right.
Who was 65?
Bailey? Edwin Bailey?
Edwin Bailey.
Yeah.
And that will be it.
That's it.
Kelso 35, Nooksack Valley 7 on your community radio station, Rainier Avenue Radio.world. So the Kelsos and the Nooksacks are meeting over there on the 50-yard line. They will walk, and the coaches are shaking hands.
Bellis, can you hear me?
Okay. We're going to take it to Tony B down there on the 50-yard line. There we go.
All right, we just had the victory, 35-7. I've got the cheer squad here, and let's show big support for Kelso. Great job to the Kelso squad. As you can see behind them are the team shaking hand, Mr. Cotto. So the Memorial Classic has ended. The inaugural, I think this is the fourth Memorial Classic. I was thinking of the inaugural J-Easy Juan Cozy show that's going to air at 4 a.m. this morning. But anyway, back again. Great job by the cheer squad here. We've had a great time. We'll be back with you again next week. I'll let Mr. Bellis tell you more about that. For all of those of you from Kelso and Nooksack Valley, which I now know is near the border of British Columbia, we appreciate you tuning in, and we hope that you'll continue to watch us here at Rainier Avenue Radio. Mr. Cotto, take it away.
Rainier Avenue Radio.world, our community radio station.
4 a.m., by the way, 4 a.m., the premiere of the J-Easy Juan Cozy show.
At least the FBI agents, they will be asleep at that time.
Yeah,
so we can really
Homeland Security, everybody.
No one will be looking for us at that time in the morning. But and of course, if a tree falls in the forest, does anybody hear it?
Right. If you're not there, if we're not there.
Hey, a great day of football today. Garfield came out and they boat raced AC Davis. AC Davis came all the way over from Yakima. Not sure if they got up early and had to take the drive. They're probably on the way back to Yakima right now. No, it's not the most fun trip in the world, but they came over and gave it an effort. And then Nooksack Valley and Kelso stepping in for Rainier Beach, who unfortunately couldn't play today. But Kelso comes in and they put up 35 points on Nooksack Valley. And as we said, that game was much closer than it actually was. That the scoreboard will indicate. Nooksack Valley had a couple of chances, they just couldn't convert. And a lot of that's due to Kelso, and a lot of that's due to the fact that they're coming all the way down here from the border. But nevertheless, a fun evening of entertainment for the kids, most importantly. And John, it's just great to have football back.
Oh yeah. Thank you very much. It was a pleasure working with you, Juan.
It always is a pleasure working with you, and your support of Rainier Avenue Radio is just tremendous. Daniel, we're going to turn it over to you. Thank you so much.
Yes, Juan and John, J and J. We have a schedule change for next week's broadcast that we would like to announce. We had the Nathan Hale at Cleveland game, which was supposed to happen at the Southeast Athletic Complex. That game has been canceled by Metro League. Cleveland is unable to play. So we are going to cover the Ballard at Garfield game next week. You can check us out live next Friday, 7:45 p.m. from Memorial Stadium. We will be here broadcasting the Ballard at Garfield game from Memorial Stadium. Both of these teams, Garfield will be playing their first league game. Ballard earlier on played Roosevelt in their first league game. So That'll be next week, Friday, the 23rd. 23rd, I think, is next Friday. No, 24th. 24th is next Friday, 7:45 p.m. Ballard at Garfield. And while we cover that game, we'll also try to give you some score updates about O'Day versus Rainier Beach. Whether depending if Beach actually ends up playing that game, because they did cancel their game this week. So we'll see what Beach's status is for next week. And also Eastside Catholic will be hosting Seattle Prep, another big one for the Metro League. So between those games and the game that we are broadcasting, Ballard at Garfield for Memorial, we'll definitely see you next week on the 23rd. Right now, we're going to turn it over to the Rainier Avenue Radio stream. So download our app, Rainier Avenue Radio, on phone and Android users. And also go to our website, RainierAvenueRadio.world. There's a player in the upper right corner. We're going to flip it over to the stream. It's K-Fox Night Beat already in progress. Have a great night, y'all. And peace.
K-Fox.
Nastiness.
Nastiness Rodriguez, baby. Oh, man, how many nights did I go to sleep with him with the radio under my covers? Nastiness. Nastiness. Bringing back the memory.